When I'm lonely in the dark, I know you are with me. Yeah. Don't you see that I need you so much? Don't you see that I love you so much? Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Meet the Gamers Live, guys. Today, we have a whole bunch of people on the show, guys. Today, we have Jess, Notsense, Logic Gaming, and Officer Rodriguez, guys. They're all in the description. Actually, gotta update it though, because I didn't plan on having this many people on, but it's all good, guys. It's all good. Let me go ahead and update the description real quick. Let me go ahead and update this. Gotta get Officer Rodriguez. All right, let's go ahead and update this real quick. Appreciate you guys holding tight for us, guys. Do appreciate it. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, so what I'm actually going to do is while I'm updating the description here, I'm actually going to put you guys on so you guys can actually hear him talking and everything. Well, we will get this show on the road. I'll go ahead and open it up so you guys can hear them. But guys, make sure to check these guys out, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Let's get it, guys. Let's go ahead and deafen here.
But it came with a gator, and I took her gator. She had the tractor.
He bought her a toy, and then
I took the
it.
gator and put it back here. She's two. She doesn't know it's gone. But when she comes in here and wants to play with the tractors, of course I let her play with them. But but I want something in my background that represents everybody. And I want something. I would love to have something made that hangs behind me that has SLRP on it. I think that would be pretty cool to have that.
I have merch done up. I just don't have any of the game.
We love good defense here in the FCF. Let's show you three
Oh man, that would be so awesome, man.
So with my logo, I actually have it's a white hoodie with my logo that's lime green.
Right.
Super simple, but it was actually really nice. And then I had like 1 or 2 zip ups, and then I'm getting a flag that actually goes back here behind me. That'll have the logo and everything too, or something very much related. One of the two.
So I was actually thinking about this kind of for like Christmas, but I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and spill it now. I actually have designed a SLRP poster with like a bunch of screenshots split up in the background of like people doing stuff, like cop cars and stuff like that. And then like I put a Gunnison blur on it, and then in the middle it's the big old Silver Lining Roleplay logo, and then it was like founded June 30th, 2020.
Cool, man.
And I was going to print some of them out and then shoot them off to like Mark and Harrison and Pig and stuff like that. I was going to put one right here.
So it's not even a year old, SLRP.
Yeah, no.
June 30th, 2020 was when.
So there, I think this is going to be a pretty big server.
It's a big server, and it's a really, and I'll tell anybody out there, and I've said this, I don't know how many times to my audience, that I've been in a few 5Ms that were okay. I've been in a few 5Ms that weren't so okay, But SLRP, I'm going to definitely say is the most legit and realistic role play server that I've been in, and the most fun, because everybody over here in SLRP, guys,
professional.
professional. They're laid back. They work with you. Even through training class. Jess personally worked with me through training class and helped me
she
get
was the
through
only
it.
one to get
So,
CJ to do his training. Go
yeah,
figure.
she
Yeah.
messaged me and she's like, "Hey, you want to come and join us?" I was like, "Yeah, why not? I'll make it."
Yeah.
So, but I ended up coming in and I love it. I wish I had more time to do it more than once a week. I'm gonna try and slip in tomorrow night because I know that's the only night Jeffrey can be on. So I'm gonna try to slip in tomorrow night and hang out
I
for a
hate
while.
these
I
night
don't know
shifts,
if I
man.
can or not, but I'm gonna try.
These night
So,
shifts are awful, man. And I'm trying to fight to get on days, man. And that was one of the parts of putting Meet the Gamers every other weekend now, so that when SLRP is patrolling on Saturday, I'm not rushing to get that 2 hours in and then having to hop off. So plus
we
it
want you
benefits
to be able to enjoy
cookies and
that, man.
CJ. Yeah.
We want you to be able to enjoy that without having to, because I know it has to feel pressuring to be like, okay, I've only got a certain amount of time to do, and I want you to be able to enjoy that LEO position and be able to cruise and just go till the end of till they close down at night, without you having to worry about, oh man, I got to do this and then get here at a certain time. So we want you to be able to enjoy that, man. So
yeah.
So how are you liking your Leo spot, Jeffrey? From coming and doing a little bit of Civ stuff to getting Leo.
I love the Leo because you don't have to pre-plan. You get on, you jump in your cruiser, and you just go. You wait for the calls to come to you. You stay vigilant. Whereas as a Civ, it's like, all right, who are we going to link up with? All right, you're going to come into chat. All right, let's jump in here. Hey, we got to get over here and we got to do this. It gets a little, the bigger the scene, the more time and effort gets put in. Well, Dean, when we did
I was about to say,
sheriff car, man.
I can relate to that on a personal level. And
Yeah.
and even like that scene that we did, we had this planned out hours in advance, right? That's me almost every patrol while I'm making security footage, making paperwork for like invoices of stuff that got stolen, all this good stuff. And really LEO, it is where you can just get on and go, but you got to be good at it.
right.
Like there are some people who, God bless their heart, they're just not good cops. So
I'm not one of
it.
those guys. I'm not one of them, right?
God bless your heart, but you're not a good cop. I don't know. I haven't seen you yet.
You're new. You're still learning, so we can't fault you for anything.
Okay.
And just real quick regarding what CJ said a little bit earlier, just about kind of like the 5M community thing as a whole. I just kind of wanted to point out, I've been doing this for a few years, just the whole 5M thing. And SLRP, I can just say it's probably the best place I've been to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just because of those reasons. And I've been, here, there, and everywhere. And really, it's just kind of like Mark and Harrison and Pig and really everybody on the staff team that just really pushes it forward to the next level. So big thanks to them.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was in a 5M server one time. Me and Jeffrey rolled in one time and cookies. And I mean, I can't remember what the name of the server was, but you literally could shoot, but you couldn't shoot each other. The server was set to where you couldn't.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And then we were in one where the texture issues were so bad. They were so bad that you could not even see the road where you were driving.
It was Back to the Future, man. You were flying everywhere, bro.
Yeah. But SLRP, I've never had a texture issue. I've never had any issues with things going wrong, like weapons not working or my, everything always goes right in there. And before I ever apply to be LEO, which I hope I do one day, I want to make sure that I have everything as a Civ completely 100% packed down to a T.
But I want you to apply when the next opportunity comes up, right? You're going to apply if you think you're ready.
If I think I'm
ready,
right.
That's what I did. I was I'm not going to lie, super scared when I was filling out that application. I don't know why I was so scared. My first patrol on my own. Super nervous. Why? Because you got guys like Doug, who is very serious about and it's not just Doug, but like Logic said, when Doug gets into that character, you don't want to fuck up. You don't want to be that guy that, Doug, or I know Benzo's not really the type to chew somebody's head off or, anything like that, but you don't want to be that guy to mess up a whole scene. Now, I've already been pulled aside from Mark on a couple of things that I did, line of fire type situations, so
Oh God.
but me and Alex were clearing out a store that Mark was part of that RP, and like 4 or 5 times my crosshairs went right by Mark's or Alex's head, so I gotta work on that, and I'll get better at it. But that first patrol by myself, I was legit scared. It was the craziest thing ever. It's weird how a RP RPing in a game can just have you just nervous like that.
Well, it's because everybody puts in like so much effort. So you can go like on 5M and you can go into any public server. In my opinion, public servers are kind of just a very vague introduction to 5M itself. But then you get into the whitelisted communities to where people put in, time and effort for trainings, and then you get people. I think the youngest person in Silver Linings 16, and I think the oldest member is like in their 50s. I mean, there's a big age difference in there. Everyone has one common thing. Just get in there, have fun, and be realistic. And I know Victor and Dean, I run into you guys quite a bit as civs, even in past communities. You guys give me a run for my money in roleplay because everybody gets so involved in their characters. Yes.
We do take it serious. Sometimes that can be like an overbearing thing, where like if somebody messes up one of my scenarios, I'm mad, and you can ask anyone in here, but there is a good side to that too.
The issue is when it comes to LEO in a 5M server, the issue is that half of the LEOs that go to 5M play LSPDFR, and they play LSPDFR a certain way. They do their policing a certain way that when it comes to actually going to 5M and role playing with actual people and not computer, you're actually gonna get people talking back to you. They don't know how to really react to it. So that's why a lot of people are kind of like scared the first time patrolling and all that, because they're like, oh crap, now I'm pulling over and somebody could actually talk back to me. Like I don't gotta read a script or anything. Like, oh crap, what do I do? Then you gotta use an actual CAD system and do your actual tickets, and so it's a lot to process for your first time in 5M coming from LSPDFR.
I think that's what I look forward to, but I'm gonna tell you right now, when I do go up for LEO, and if I do get it, I will be super, super nervous. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll be nervous. I will. I mean, especially for the ride along. I think the ride along is just because you don't want to be like Jeffrey said, you don't want to be the guy sitting there going, what key do I hit? That's my biggest fear now. Playing in the server is that I'm going to get approached. I'm not going to know what key to hit. I know my keys, but that's what I said before I apply for LEO. I want to make sure I have every key packed down as a civ, and I know it but like the back of my hand before I do that, because before I move on to something else, I want to know this good, and so, but that's my biggest fear now, but I know I'm going to be nervous. So just,
Alex McTeague. Alex is up in the house. What's up, Alex?
Is he?
I didn't even realize. Yeah, I didn't even realize that's who it was. Oh, Center is in here too, Mr. Firework Launcher guy. I like to call him. The Mexican said,
the firework launcher guy?
The firework launcher guy. Yeah, that's him right there, man.
I love watching that guy role play. I love it.
The Mexican said, dump truck racing coming soon.
How much you want to bet there's going to be a Leo that tries the boxer pit? Guaranteed someone's going to try it.
Yeah?
The pit
with the dump truck?
I think someone's going to be a little excited to get out there, and someone's going to do it. I think someone's going to try to pit or block.
Alpha 188, I'm going in for a pit. No.
Yeah, dump truck racing. That's going to be...
I'm just going to turn around.
That's going to be the winner of that race will be like a 5.5 minute quarter mile, without a doubt, the fastest dump truck in Los Santos.
Could you imagine them racing from the county to the city?
Yeah, right.
Have you seen how fast those golf carts go, though?
They're fast.
Look at
might be able to go that fast too.
Look at Mark in Jeffrey's chat. If someone says something bad or wrong,
they are fired. Just saying, guys, we got some pressure on us.
Wait,
yeah, you see Mark up, and he puts a heart, right? You see he puts a heart after it.
CJ, regarding what you were talking about, being LEO, you're kind of like, it's intimidating, especially being, and I'm just talking on Silver Lining specifically because there are a ton of servers out there that are bang bang shoot 'em up, whatever.
Right.
But really, just moving back to SLRP specifically, kind of a lot of the stuff that we've implemented in there, not only on the LEO side, but on the Civ side, just it's a lot of information to process when you're coming in. Not just as LEO, but as like a civilian. If you're coming in for the first time, it's a lot to process, but it's so worth it in the end because it's so realistic. For example, if you pull me over and you give me a ticket, I'm like, I'm going to sue you. I can sue you. That's a thing we can do now. I can take you to court and fight it out. And honestly, in my opinion, that's just so cool.
Yeah, actually got to see the court system on your channel, I believe, not since the blooper. Where was it Jess that punched somebody?
It was my client. It was
but man, they went whap. Like it was on point.
Hey, what's up, Devil Dog?
It was on point, man. It was so funny. I laughed so hard. But the court system looks amazing. That's the first time I've seen it. I just want to tell you guys that
I was so jealous I could not be there that night. I was watching from work, just so jealous I could not be there because it looks so legit. Like
it does.
Oh my god! And then I saw the red hair. You see the red hair, and you know
automatically think Jess.
I did.
Yeah, that's Jess.
If you saw,
I got married. Or no, I was going to get married.
I was about to say that
somebody objected. Yeah,
if you did, it was me.
Objected.
So if you're already cheating on me.
If you actually saw my video on that, CJ, right before the blooper wheel, I posted the video where I got up in the middle of the marriage and I objected the marriage, and all the bailiffs surrounded me and they threw me out of the courtroom because
I did not see that, but I will go check that out. I will go check that out. I will.
I am ultimately surprised because obviously, you had approval, and do that. And there was only very few people that knew about that. For the amount of legal that was in that courtroom to react the way that they did, and for nobody to pull a taser or anything like that, I thought was super impressive.
Well, it was compact. I mean, like, they were trying their best, and they handled it very well. They weren't expecting it. That was the main thing. Like, they weren't expecting that to happen.
No, I watched your video when you posted it, and just standing there, like when you did it, I was like, is this guy for real? And then I was like, oh crap, we have to go after this guy because now he's starting to walk out there, and then everybody else swarms. But then I watched your video, and I thought it was hilarious. Your little edit skills with like the perfectly timed beeps make me laugh. That's like one of my enjoyable things about your videos.
Oh man, and actually, if I don't mind bringing that up, the beeps, because I censor my videos, the swear words. And people think it's like because I have like some sort of moral reason behind it, and that really isn't the case. It's because my family, my little brother, watches my videos.
Oh, gotcha.
And so I just feel kind of weird if somebody like from my job, for example, watched one of my videos and I was like swearing up and down at a cop, So,
but sometimes the bleeps can be funnier than the words.
Right, yes. Exactly.
Sometimes the bleeps can be funnier than the words. That's
really gonna be a lot of hell of like editing right there.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna have to put a bleeper in my sound in my stream deck here, man, just for just for craps and giggles. Just
if you're gonna say it, just have your finger on the button
and just hit it. Cookies knows what we're talking. Don't be so quiet up there tonight, Cooks.
Yeah, man, you gotta talk, man.
Look at him. He's bashful. Highway Trooper was just for those that don't know, Highway Trooper just applied to be monetized. He got his 4,000 watch hours and his 1,000 subscribers. So
got it, man.
Big shout out to Highway Trooper. Congratulations on that, man.
Good luck, man.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yes, they're all linked down below. I did not put Jess or Rodriguez links there because I didn't know they were showing up.
I didn't even know either.
I didn't either. But I
Logic and Nonsense are down there.
An hour ago?
I
appreciate you guys coming.
Link in my live chat and pinned it.
Logic just messaged me. Logic messaged me like 10 minutes before I started. Hey, you want to be in Meet the Gamers? I'm like, sure, let's go.
All right.
I messaged Jess. I was like, what you doing tonight?
And then I sent him a picture of spaghetti.
I can top that.
I do have her Twitch up, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that address This is Jess's Twitch channel right here. Go show
She streams on a
her some
regular
love
basis,
over on
guys.
Twitch, and let me drop in Rodriguez's. If everybody here isn't already subscribed to Rodriguez, I know a lot of people came from Rodriguez to me.
Yeah,
So
let me get his link too.
Nope, not Officer Haleykins. Officer Rodriguez. That's quite a difference between Rodriguez and Haleykins.
It's 2021.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, he said.
So Jeffrey, I'm kind of curious, what is the main reason, like, you kind of wanted to go Leo? Because I know a lot of people that go sim, like, they're super content and everything like that, and then they take a long time to kind of make that decision.
It's always...
you're a little quick. I'm just a little curious.
Yeah, from the second I got... hold on, I'm a horrible multitasker. There's Rodriguez's link right there. Go show both of them some love. Okay, so the whole reasoning for me of getting a PC and building it was to play as an officer or deputy LEO in a 5M server, because I started by watching Polecat, Bay Area Bugs, not so much as Jeff, mainly Polecat and Bay Area Bugs. And I don't know, growing up, I always wanted to be a cop. You know, I've taken the tests. I got a criminal justice degree. But then I got older and I got a little tubbier. So, you know, that kind of went out the window. But I don't know, man. It's just something about being an officer and you know, the lights and the chases and the pulling people over and the authority, I guess you would say. My end goal was always to be an LEO, and I would not have applied for it if I didn't feel like I was ready or would have been able to learn quick, you know. So because I wouldn't want to embarrass myself or the server. So a lot of respect for the server. I never want to do anything to, you know, give the server a bad image. So yeah, I actually messaged Mark last night and told him that I was on CJ's stream because I was at work, so I wasn't, you know, I wasn't playing or anything. So, and I was telling CJ, I actually jumped into CJ's Discord. So on CJ's stream, you can hear me say, hey, this is how you rob a store, okay? Because they never robbed the store yet. So I actually told Mark, hey, Mark, I want to let you know in case you watch CJ's stream, I jumped in there and told him how to rob a store. You know, Mark was like, oh, no, that's cool. I know you weren't on or anything like that. So, but he did say Luna was barely RP. He almost broke RP when he was jumping a Ford Mustang over the dirt roads in the back behind you.
Yeah, I went back and watched Doug stream, and Doug said, man, that car would have been torn to pieces by now.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It was coming off them hills, man, like Dukes of Hazzard style, man.
And I was just about to message you and say, hey, tell Luna to get on pavement, you know, but he had, by the time I typed it in, he was already on pavement. But
yeah, we went on that road.
Man. What's up,
I think it was PANORAMA or something. And then we crashed. And by the time I got out and even got my gun drawn, Doug had a few bullets.
I missed it. How did he even crash? I missed it.
We spun out on PANORAMA. We come off the dirt road. I think we went out on PANORAMA, and we spun. I think he just was trying to cross over.
Hey, what's
and
up, Aiden?
he
Welcome to
misjudged it and hit the tree. And then Doug come in behind us and let me see your evidence. Don't move. Don't you ever move, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm already down and shot at this time.
Oh, Doug put about 5 bullets in you, man.
Yeah, by the time I had my gun here, he had 4 in my chest. So 3 in my chest. So.
Our reaction when we were watching that, mine and Dean's were like, God damn, they got him.
Dude,
we wanted to get you guys so bad, but they got him. God.
I mean, it was bittersweet because it's Doug's really good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
He really is. And so just seeing that chase was great, but at the same time, we had something planned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We wanted to get this.
Oh,
dude.
yeah. I figured.
You had the Devil's Legion behind you. Like, it wasn't going to be pretty.
Oh, you guys were going to back them up?
No, we wanted to get the driver of that vehicle.
Because he almost hit me.
Yeah.
We were driving down. We were driving down Alhambra. We were in the right lane. He was in his lane going the other way. And then as soon as he passed Victor there, he swerved and almost hit me. And I had to take my bike almost into the dirt. And
I
then
don't
I
think
did
I was
not
with
see
him when
that.
he did that because I was riding my own bike for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because when he
Before I
did
got in the
that,
car with him, because I don't think I was with him. I might have been. I don't know.
were you the
when
crotch
he
rocket guy?
Huh?
Yeah.
Were you the guy
were
in
you
the
the
crotch?
crotch? Yeah, you the crotch
Yeah,
rocker,
I
right?
had a gray crotch rocket. Yeah, for a while.
Were you the guy we talked trash to at the Yellow Jack?
Maybe. Oh, yes, you
That
were.
was him.
Yeah, yeah, that was me. Yeah.
And kind of telling you about that. So, kind of give the backstory. We were at the Yellow Jack, and there was like another biker club group, whatever there, and they were hanging out. We were hanging out. We were chatting with them, and then this guy on the crotch rocket comes, which is what CJ, and he shows up, and he's just parking there, and we're making fun of the bike. You know what I mean? Because road hogs, Harley Davidson, stuff like that, yada yada yada, just playing the part. And then we start talking trash, and then like CJ starts talking trash back. and after that, like the other guys, they start getting a little bit serious. They're like, yeah, we're gonna beat you up. And I'm like, all right, let's get out of here before they get us in trouble too. So we took off.
Wait a second. Were you guys?
so much fun, man.
You weren't the motorcycle. You weren't the motorcycle crew that locked the dude in the back drunk, right? That I had to come and get.
No, we haven't gone into anything that to respond to except for that noise
Tequila
complaint
law
at
that I
Tequila La.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
want
we've
to do
been
like a real bike cruise with like 10 other people where we're on hogs.
Oh,
know,
dude.
like, oh
have
man,
have you not seen the Devil's Legion? Like the second night, it was like 7 of us.
no,
literally, like
I've not
7 of
seen
us.
that. You guys do a bike ride,
Yeah.
We ride everywhere.
dude?
Like I
I'm
said,
with you guys, man.
right now
There
we're
was,
just
like,
flying.
5 of you yesterday. When I rolled up the Tequila La, there was 5 of you in
There
the
was-
Tahoe.
There was 4, and then we were with the other bike group
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
The
Oh my
issue with
God,
that
I have to get me a bike,
is
man. Yeah.
right when Devil's Legion started, which is the subdivision name, the biker gang name. It's like everybody and their mother wanted to make a bike club. So there's a group of people riding around the bike now that aren't part of the subdivision. And really, if it wasn't like that, it would be 10, 15. You know what I mean? Just driving down the road.
Right. That would be cool, man, for all of us to get on some choppers, man, and just
Yeah, because right now
just
Devil's Legion's
cruise,
trying to fly.
man. Huh?
Devil's Legion's just trying to fly like under the radar right now. So that's why when they were confronting you, we're like, let's get out of here now. Like
Right,
we can't get involved in anything right now.
Yeah.
I've only ran into you guys once, and that was last night. That was it.
Yeah.
I've seen you guys off in the distance as I'm pulling around my battalion truck.
Just so y'all know, we got
Staying
another
low
guest
key,
joining
man.
us. We got another guest joining us right now. You ready?
Who's that?
Mark, Alex.
Mark. It's gonna be Mark.
No, it's Alex.
No, this is Arnold, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is this who gets called Deputy Green Bean?
Holy crap! This is my first time
No.
seeing this dude.
This is Deputy Green Bean, right?
Wow. I was gonna say, I was in a voice chat with Dean not too long ago, and he made kind of a deal about me turning on my webcam, so I made a bigger deal about not turning it on. So this is a big reveal for him
That's
at
the
this moment.
firework
Wow.
launcher guy right there. I can tell by that voice.
I'm telling you, it's
Right.
so trippy to
Yeah,
put the
it
voice
is.
with the face, or to put the faces with the voices now, man.
Alex is one of those people where he went on an LEO when we had LEO applications open to the public. That's when he applied, and he just rocked it. Just absolute. He was good since day one. So he's just one of those people that has it,
Oh, I
So,
appreciate
like,
that.
You'll learn everybody's like voice, and you'll see their face over time and everything like that. But again, going back to like the RP and Silver Lining, you got people like Victor here. The man's got one face, but he's got ungodly amounts of different voices and faces he can put on in the server. So it's
Hell yeah.
So you'll get-
Sweet, let's go.
so you'll get to like Alex, this study, like you rattled off a name. You'll get to learn everybody's story. You'll start to like actually develop a relationship in the game with people. So like there's some people that I've interacted with in Silver Lining that I don't know who they are. Like I don't talk to them, I don't DM them, I don't voice chat or nothing like that. But you ask me who they are on the server, I can tell you where they live, if they're mouthy, if they have a record, what they drive. Like you start learning all these little things, and it's honestly really amazing.
And then there's just me, the wild card. I have so many characters that whenever Jacob pulls me over, he doesn't know what I'm going to do or what I'm going to say.
No, I don't even bother. I just usually know, hey, you got CCTV footage? Okay, sir, we'll take care of it.
It's just taken for granted.
And just out of curiosity, for you guys who are like full-time LEO, am I the only one who makes CCTV footage, or have other people been doing that now?
Sean does that. Cole does it. Cole does a lot of like pictures too. So like just the one scene where we'd walked into the pool where it was like the green gas everywhere, that was actually Cole, and he said, the media channels takes all there's pictures like this is what you see type stuff. I know Benjamin has been doing like autopsy reports from the county coroner now. So a lot of other people are starting to do not only CCTV footage, but like other documents, itemized lists, different photos, stuff that just really adds to the RP.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Alex, where's your gray hair?
I know, surprising, right?
I swear to God,
That's what my channel is asking about.
I swear I was gonna say it. I was gonna say the same thing.
Why do you not have gray hair?
He's got a wig. He's got a wig. First of all,
he's got a wig.
Wow.
Yeah, you lied on your me character. You expect the people's me character really look like them, and my guy doesn't look too much different from me. But I really thought Alex had white hair in real life. You know what I mean?
As you said that, I'm like, are we supposed to make our me character close to us? But I was just told free reign, so I'm like, all right, I'm going with the old experienced cowboy.
There you go.
If you're going by that logic, look at Harrison's character.
Sure, he's the other consistent, old gray hair guy, Silver Fox.
Old gray, yeah.
I like Mark's strut. Mark's got that when he's got his hat on. And Mark has that strut as
Mark's
he's
like,
walking.
Don't get him mad, or he will
Yeah.
stomp that hat into the ground.
Mark's like the badass like sheriff character. Like he plays it off so well, and it's just his personality. Like
yeah,
like
that was Mark on the scene last night in the cowboy hat, right?
His toupee showing.
Yeah.
Was that him on the scene where we got shot? Was that Mark?
Yeah, he was there.
Most likely.
Yeah, later.
Yeah.
Later, for sure.
The guy screaming, "Get on the effing ground!" That wasn't him. He doesn't.
No, that was Doug. I knew it was Doug. As soon as I said that's Doug. I said I know that's Doug.
I don't expect the civs to know this one, but if you guys, Jeffrey, you'll probably start to hear it a lot more. But if you ever have Mark on your scenes and you just listen to his phone calls, like as he's just walking around, just listen to his phone calls. He's got some of the best random phone calls that you will ever hear.
Really?
My favorite line from him, and this was actually on Alex, your video. It was part of the blooper reel on a scene that he was in, and they're just standing around, right? The LEO are on a scene, they're just standing around, and Mark walks up to him, and he's just looking at him, and he goes, "Can somebody explain to me why the sheriff's office password is butt42?"
I like when on my birthday, when I came on the server as a civ, okay, I asked Patrick to scratch my butt because he had me in handcuffs and I
you
was
were drunk
in the back of his car and I was drunk. And so Patrick wouldn't scratch my butt. And then I asked Mark to scratch my butt, and he wouldn't scratch it either.
What's even funnier is we were hearing about this over the Leo radio in very short burst. And so we're just putting together what we hear. But yeah, we were just like, what is this call going on in the city right now? Like, I'm glad to be up here.
I walked from Bahama Mamas to where they picked me up in the snow with no shoes on. I had no pants on by that time. I had no shirt on by that time. Yeah.
In the snow?
In the snow.
In the snow, wow.
Because I was just walking around. I had nothing else to do. I'm just going as a civ, walking through the middle of the streets, seeing if anybody actually stopped.
My favorite calls to do, one of my favorite calls to do are the ones where you're drunk, because you can like say so much stupid stuff and get away with it. Like I'll give you an example. Last night I was role playing, I was drunk, and like this one guy was like, "Hey, I need you to stop talking to that woman over there. You're bothering her." And I'm like, "Okay, I love you." Just like stumbling out the door.
The whole time I was trying to talk to Rodriguez yesterday, you in that bar, all over the place, stumbling like party man, Like I couldn't get 2 words to Rodriguez to try to figure out what was going on without having you like stumble over into us, like screaming "party man" and all kinds of crap.
I heard Rodriguez.
That about last night when I was trying to talk to you and Dean was so drunk, stumbling around everywhere in the bar screaming.
Oh yeah.
Go outside.
Yeah.
I actually got
Everybody stumbling around.
I actually recorded that, so that might be going up.
Nice.
Oh yeah. By the way, Dean did karaoke last night. That was pretty funny.
Nice.
I was singing Donna Summer's "She Works Hard for the Money."
She
like
works
on
hard
karaoke.
for the money.
Yeah, that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Alex, were you on the scene 3 patrols ago or 2 patrols ago where it was all the drunk people in Mirror Park with the one guy in the house? There was 2 outside. There was 1 inside.
Not off the top of the head. That's not. Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
So long story short is that we pulled up to a scene, ended up having 5 Leos there. There was 5 drunk people scattered on the roof, in the front yard, in the house. They actually broke into somebody else's house, so it wasn't even theirs to begin with. They were all wasted. We get everybody in custody. There was like a felon in possession of a firearm. There was underage drinking. Everybody had public intox. The charges were a mess. We get everybody down to MRPD. Mark got pulled from Paleto Bay to come all the way down the Mission Row for a weapons license permit. And he's up there. You go on the Mission Row. You can hear people talking. He couldn't find nobody. So he dealt with the permit. And then Mark went through, and found where everybody was. At that time, we had 5 essentially naked drunk people in the drunk tank downstairs. And Mark had come down and goes, "There's a pants party and nobody invited me." And we were just talking, and no one said anything. I was like, "Sir, we're having a party and it's not up to your standards, so we didn't want to invite you and disappoint you." And he goes, "Next time, up the numbers and then call me." And then he just walked out. Like his random things that he says, the things that he does in his phone calls are just like, I don't know. Sometimes if they're just unintentional, they're like spur of the moment things that come, or if they're like planned, but they're like golden. I don't know how else to say it.
So, I kind of want to throw something out for Jeffrey and CJ and Alex because they were on the scene, and Cookies was there too. The scene where my cop car got quote unquote stolen.
Oh yeah.
I kind of want to throw out something funny that happened. Patrick was talking to me, and for those of you who don't know, Patrick is a lieutenant, so he's my supervisor, and I was playing as my cop character, my U character. That was my take-home car that got stolen, and he was yelling at me, right? Or he was yelling at me. He was like, "Why did you park your car in the street?" I'm like, "The cars were full in the driveway. I needed parking. I parked there for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Patrick. Why would someone steal a cop?" And then out of nowhere, Jeffrey and CJ and Cookies were shouting, "Free Dean, free Dean, free Dean."
That was a great episode, man. That was a lot of fun.
It was.
I hate that I forgot to take off my seatbelt when we all bailed. And I forgot. Yeah, it's funny. The last guy out of the car was one of the first guys to. It was me, Cookies, and Rodriguez. Wait, Rodriguez? No, not Rodriguez.
It was Officer Turbs.
Was it Turbs? Yeah, it was me. Cookies and Turbs.
He was with us that night.
Yeah.
I got tased
with the Italian character, wasn't it?
What?
Yeah, it was
Tony Cheeseroni.
Yeah, Tony Mr. Mac and Cheese.
I got tackled and tased.
Forget about it.
Man, I went down the alley, man, and I got one of the officers popped me. I got tased. That was the first time, and hopefully the last time I ever have to get tased because that was crazy.
Hey, what's up, String Pluto?
CJ,
the whole screen went red. And it was so realistic, man. It was crazy.
You got tased. I got tackled and tased because they threw me in the back of a cop car and I spat on a cop.
Oh no! I just got tased. Yeah.
Oh, at least you didn't shit in the back of the cop car, Cookies.
We had when we first opened, we had a solicitation call in the city, and we didn't have a second car. We had 2 people in custody, so we just threw them in the back of my car. Well, let's just say that the quote unquote deal was still continuing in the back of my cop car while they were in custody. Yeah, that was a fun thing to go back to the station and try to clean out my car. I almost went to the FD and just said, "Can you just spray my car?"
I was on a scene one time when I was LAO, and I showed up, and it was a DUI, and I put the dude in the back of my car, and Benzo and I were talking because he had cocaine in the car, and he was like, "Dude, I got to use the restroom." I'm like, "Is it a number 1 or a number 2?" He said, "Number 2." I'm like, "Shit." And then I was like, "Benzo, can you county tow this? I'm gonna take him to the station before you dude who's in the back of my car."
No, when I was that drunk guy that I guess Maddie was still as a ride along. It was with Maurice. I had crashed into a house, and I was like, I gotta his. And then I thought they were gonna be like, okay, well, we'll go ahead and like take you to the station now. Maurice was like, let me go ahead and take you to the side of the house, and you can take care of your business. I'm like, I'm handcuffed. He's all like, I'll help you out. I'm like, what is going on right now? What is going on right now?
He's gonna put on some gloves.
Yeah,
I remember
exactly.
this actually. Yeah,
He went /me gloves and like pulls pants down. I'm like, whoa, what's going on, man?
See, I can't wait to keep playing to have these kind of stories. You know what I mean? That's the cool thing about role playing, and compared to LSPDFR is, hey, Pacific Pig is up in the chat. What's up, man?
Yeah, you got stories, man.
It is the difference in the calls. With LSPDFR, you know what the call outs are, you know what the outcomes are going to be. But with role playing, it's like the possibilities are endless. You're never going to go on the same call. You're never going to get the same responses. You're never going to get the same outcomes. It's pretty cool. Pacific, you are more than welcome to join in here if you want to.
For better or
join in
worse
on this.
sometimes.
It's funny because
regarding role play,
they keep law enforcement really really busy, because when I barely brought out Harold to the server, I want him to get pulled over for riding a lawnmower. So I'm not kidding. I legitly drove a lawnmower from Grapeseed all the way to Mission Row. Not one single cop. Don't even ask how long it took. 15 miles to 14 miles per hour down the freeway.
How long did it take you?
I don't even know.
But
But
at
it
least
took
a
a
good
while.
30 minutes, probably.
I saw the sun go down.
Oh.
It's a little old man just driving his little lawnmower, getting his nephew or his grandson some beer, and I never got pulled over. I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna walk.
I will
That's
say
a good idea, man. That's a good idea.
From a Leo standpoint, like when you Sibs do these scenes, like like Rodriguez, you're talking riding a lawnmower, down a highway. It's fairly simple. But like once we get done dealing with you guys, for Leo, it still continues. And Jeffrey, now you're able to see this running Leo. Like we have extra paperwork to do, and then we got questions to ask, and then like if we're crossing jurisdictions, you make sure the the proper jurisdiction is attached and they're at least aware about it. Like it still goes on way after like we stop you. Like there's still a lot more stuff to do as Leo.
Yeah.
Now with the implementation of the court, your reports have to be on point.
That's what I was just about to say.
That's pretty awesome, though.
Was literally we sat down and we had a meeting about this. The entire sheriff's department had a meeting, and they pretty much said in there, they're like, "Hey, the civs can sue you now. So if you go to court and your report has 2 words on it, your entire testimony is going to be on 2 words. And you can get in some trouble."
I got to remember that. I got to keep in mind that we have that there's a court system in SLRP now. So I got to, because I want to go in there. I'm not gonna lie, I want to go in there. So I'm gonna have to sue me a cop and get myself in the. I mean, because it looks legit. Do what?
You can sue another civ. You don't have to sue just police or fire. So like, say, God forbid, Jeffrey, I'm just gonna pick on you. Sorry. Say you take $20 out of Jeffrey's wallet for pizza or something. Dean should get this reference. Jeffrey can take you to court because you took $20 from him. Like it's something.
Wow. Okay.
Court systems in place, but the catch is if you want to sue Jeffrey, he's got to agree that it's okay for you to proceed with it. Like you both have to be on board. You can't say I'm going to sue you and it's a one-way deal. No, like both people have to be, agreed upon to go to court and stuff.
Now, is there like a legit judge in the court? I mean, I seen the judge's quarters, the big, huge desk back there. Is there a legit person up there that as a judge, or do y'all just go in there?
There is a person up there that does play the judge, and within the main Discord, there's the court section there that you can go through and actually file like proper cases, and they'll take time to go through just like a regular court system will.
That's so awesome. I mean, I just think that's amazing how they put all that together, man. That's awesome. Your kitty cat is back there cleaning itself, I believe.
Oh, the cat's back there?
Probably.
Oh, there's both of them. Both the cats are back there.
Cat.
Yeah.
I love cats.
Hey,
I thought they were mating.
Jeffrey.
I need one for bingo.
Yeah.
Sergeant Max can come in. You know Sergeant Max?
The angry German.
The angry German.
Oh, is he in here?
No, he can't come in. I just need an invite link from you, sir.
That's the other hero. Oh, I can't wait to talk. Oh, we're gonna talk like old people. Once he gets here, it's just gonna be Harold to Harold. That's it. I got my soda. It's gonna be Harold to Harold.
Oh, Trooper Nick, what is up?
Oh, never. I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
One day, because we were sitting there joking around, and he made the comment that he's not mad, he's German, and I said, "No, you're just being a sauerkraut." And it was and Max just looks at me and he's like, "Really?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I don't have anything better. It was just a spur of the moment thing."
There's this one time where Alex was there for this. He was a civ with me. We were shooting off guns in the ocean, and like the entire police force busted us and like pointed guns at us and stuff like that. And I like told Max, I'm like, "Hey, aren't you that foreign exchange kid from high school?" He got mad. He would that entire scene. Max is like Doug, where he's like super good with that stuff, and he takes it seriously.
Oh, okay. Hey,
oh shit!
We gotta stop now.
Oh yeah,
boss man's here.
Change the topic.
But Max is like one of those like serious, realistic people when it comes to LEO roleplay. He's really good with that as well.
And this is gonna get blown up with a lot of SLRP tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it, man. This is the SLRP episode right here, man. I'm loving it, to be honest with you. I'm digging this. I didn't know my camera's off because I
will say this, and I was gonna say this before Mark even joined in here, but kind of going back to like just 5M in general and whitelisted servers. They've come a long way from the beginning. So like in the very beginning stages, there was whitelisted servers that were like just AOP styles. Essentially, like this is where patrol is going to be, and everything was done through text chat, like all your RPs, like what do I find and everything like that. And with all this other stuff that you're able to get in, script and all this other stuff, and then now that they have an economy side, Mark has essentially got the best of both worlds. For Silver Lining, so we get we get the inventory systems for persons, we get the inventory systems for like the vehicles, and then you got the shops and the RP shops. It just all that extra little stuff makes your guys' RPs or anybody's RP for that matter, just that much better. When you go up and ask people for driver's license, insurance, registration, they can like physically give you those items. It doesn't have information on it necessarily, but it's like an RP aspect. It makes the stuff a lot better.
5M, just kind of like hitting on what Jacob said, it used to be text-based, so everything was text. And when Mark came up with the idea with the hybrid ASX system, it was really ingenious because it just expanded roleplay, that much more from a civilian standpoint and from an LAO standpoint, interacting with other civilians. And then the cool thing about that, it just got better. We started adding in, RP shop items like the driver's license. We added in actual paperwork. We added in RP media sources, security footage. The economy side just kind of exploded to the point where the RP now is so developed and so much better than even when we first started. And it was pretty good when it just started out, but now it's just developed into something a whole lot better.
I'll be honest. I've thought about talking about doing the. Who would I talk to about applying for the tow truck job? I'd really love to do that. You?
This guy right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I would really be interested
this guy down here.
how to do the tow truck job.
We'll talk.
Yeah, definitely, man. I would definitely love to do the tow truck work. I think it looks really cool and a lot of fun, and it'd be a cool laid back job,
I'll show you the ropes.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Yeah,
Mark, we got you as mod now, Mark.
Hi.
There he is.
There
he
he
can talk
is.
now.
yeah, he's in here.
There was something wrong with your voice box.
I was being the sneaky admin that was just sitting in the shadows.
I was about to say, if you don't mind me asking now, Mark, how many of us are fired?
Well, we'll just judge by the applications that get put out tomorrow morning.
God damn it.
He should stay here to take notes. So in the morning when he goes to his meeting, he'd be like, "All right, last night's video, we had this."
Look at the stream. Okay.
All right, let me see if this.
So I got Tom Max.
Oh, hey, we got Pick in here now.
Hey, Harold, we got somebody else for bingo right there.
Oh, we got somebody else for bingo.
With Mrs.
that's
Esperanza.
Awesome. Oh, hey, next time we go into bingo, I'm driving, okay? Because you drive like you're old.
Jeffrey,
I don't want to get pulled over again.
My God.
Jeffrey and CJ, the Wilbur cousins, I think, the Trevor or the Phillips cousins. Sorry,
the Phillips
cousins. There was Wilbur Phillips. Man, oh my God.
I
was falling out of my chair.
I actually I went back and watched your video when you and Max came to the scene where me and Wilbur, Randy and Wilbur were peeping through Bingo Cindy's windows, and Max said, "Listen, no, you cannot do that, right? You can't just go and look through windows, okay?" And like Max was like really getting upset with us, and Maddie's like, "Nah, back in Alabama, we used to do it all the time."
It's legal back in Alabama, brother. I don't understand what the problem is here.
I was like, yeah, I don't know about laws in Alabama, but here in San Andreas, you can't do that. Easy as
really,
that. Boom. End of story.
My thing was where I just lost it was because Max was in the car writing the paperwork, and I was watching you guys. And I think it was Maddie. I think he said, I was like, well, maybe you guys can see her still, but you can't see her at this place because she's most likely going to trespass you. And then he's like, well, I don't know if I want to see her anymore after that. I almost fell out of my chair.
Oh yeah, I was watching how you were laughing, and you know that's one of the cool things to do is when the patrols are all over. It's so fun to go watch different aspects of that particular patrol and different viewpoints, and it's super cool to do that, you know, and see how other people are reacting to other things. But you guys, especially Pacific Pig and Mark, I mean, it's like your job to go and like watch people's stream. Like, how much time do you spend a week watching people's streams? I mean, I get it. I get that there's probably people like, you know, Dean and them who have been on a while that you don't really check on their streams unless you do. I don't know. But how much time a week do you spend checking on like the new guys and stuff like that?
That's a good question, actually. Yeah.
My iPhone says my screen time is very high.
For YouTube alone.
Yeah. Can Pig talk? Pig can talk, right?
I can talk.
Oh, okay, there he is. Okay.
Mark, like you'll be live streaming and like Mark won't be in the server, but like give it like 10 minutes and he'll comment on your live stream. Like bam, there he is. You're like, oh damn, there's Mark.
Well, Mark and I kind of like share the same viewpoint where we both prefer. He doesn't do the YouTube stuff, but making videos compared to doing live streams, just really because live streaming it's like a different animal compared to like editing YouTube videos. It's a lot
really
different.
is, yeah.
Where I'm sure live streaming would be easier, but personally, I enjoy spending a few hours inside of Premiere Pro and editing the video.
It makes the video a lot
too,
better when you edit videos because live streaming it's raw footage. If something goes wrong, everything's gonna see it.
See you later.
You can't edit anything.
You're on a tightrope there with live streaming. You gotta watch out what you're saying and whatnot with editing videos. With
right, man.
You can edit stuff out, right? You can put those bloopers away, right? I mean,
yeah, thus taketh away if we if it goes southeth. It's the best way to put it.
Kind of the thing for me.
Not gonna lie. I mean, we all been there and whatnot. I mean, Mark and I, we had some conversations, right? I mean, you have to set some boundaries. I don't want to go too far though, but you gotta watch out what you gotta say though. What happens? I mean, it is what it is.
with videos, there's kind of like 2 points that I just want to bring up with that specifically. The first one is Max already brought it up. If some guy on my scene like throws a punch at me for no reason, and I'm like, why the F would you do that? That's so silly. I can cut that out.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, for me, I'm not a fan of long pauses in video. Like, if there's a moment where, like, 15 seconds, even 15 seconds, where I'm sitting there and the cop's sitting there, we're not talking to each other, I'll cut it out.
You want to fill the gap, man. You always want to fill the gap with something action-packed or at least something interesting that's going on. That's how I do a lot of my videos when I edit. If you watch my videos, you'll see that there's not really any dead spots where I'm just sitting there running radar maybe on LSPDFR. I might be sitting there just for a second, just long enough for somebody to come by. I've got him and I'm out and I'm on him, But other than that, I try not to leave any dead spots in my vids. And if there is bloopers, I usually put them at the end of my video and make a blooper reel out of them. So
I just like upload them as a separate video.
Mm-hmm. With fire department, if I did that with editing all mine down, I'd get like maybe 2 minutes each patrol.
Hey, I was on a patrol with you. I got 20 just on one patrol.
I mean, for me personally, when I'm live streaming, with the role as a sergeant. I mean, I don't get assigned to calls like initially. I mean, as a supervisor, if you feel like you need to go there, or you want to go there, I can attach myself.
Can I have one?
Almost to all calls, basically. I mean, I don't do that too often because I don't wanna oversaturate every call, right? Oh, you got the Cheetos over there, yeah.
Flaming under your fingernail Cheetos.
But if there's downtime, basically, I use that time to interact with the chat in the live stream, right?
Yes.
Right.
That's another thing, interactivity. Like, the thing is,
Mark,
Max, in your live streams, you're very entertaining to talk to. Like you can interact with the chat very well. Same with Jeffrey, same with Maddie, same with CJ. But the thing is, like, if I have to think about myself, like, sitting there and like
or logic, I'm just throwing that out there.
Well,
I'm gonna start this feud going. This is what my pure job here is.
Hey,
I'll
beef with logic. I'll beef with logic. But anyway,
I got nothing. I'm just gonna go hide.
Just in logic too. But the thing is, like, if I have to sit there for 2 hours and like think about, oh look, people are putting words on the screen, I have to reply to them. That just makes me feel weird. Like, I don't know why.
Hey, Alex, while I have you here, sorry for almost shooting you in the head a couple of times during that call.
It was news to me, so I guess that's okay, right? Like, if I didn't know about it.
Well, you were in front of me, so obviously you didn't see that my barrel was pointed right at the back of your dome there, but it won't happen again, sir. What's up, Blake TV? Hey, do y'all want to go on a raid? We got Doug. Doug is live right now. If y'all want to raid Doug,
now you can say hi. They can hear you. Say hi.
What's up?
Hi.
Hello.
Oh. She said this is too many people. There she goes.
Say hi, everybody.
I have my daughter on camera. All she did was cry.
Oh.
That is my little sunshine right there, guys.
She needs a Jeffrey Gamer T-shirt.
She does. I should get a kitty T-shirt.
I got little kid sizes. There are little kid sizes on there. They got everything on Teespring, man. Everything.
Get you some CJ merch, huh, kid?
I'm gonna CJ. You guys mind if I drop his channel link in your chats?
Not at all, man. Not at all. Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead, man.
All right. Let's go on a raid.
Tell you what.
All right.
Those Cheetos are making me jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to go to the store and get some Cheetos now.
These are the
extra.
Best. Way better than the other ones.
So the thing is, for me, way off topic. Sorry about this. One of like my big pet peeves are getting my hands dirty, but I love potato chips, so I keep a box of vinyl gloves in my room at all times because I wear the glove and I eat the potato chips.
Right now I'm not.
I don't like that.
So,
I can't do that.
You're lucky I'm not eating wings.
That link and
we'll have it all over.
There we go. I think I got everybody.
We're gonna go ahead and
not
click
in
that
Doug's. I almost
link
dropped one in Doug's chat. Can you believe that?
and
Oh,
go
wow.
To his own stream. Hey,
raid
check this guy out.
Doug, guys.
Right.
Jeffers went ahead and put it in chat. Go ahead and go raid him. We
Can I
greatly
paste it in
appreciate
Twitch? It won't let me. Won't let me do it over there. Okay. Yeah, so let's go raid up Doug. Let's
This
go.
pack has Chargers,
go raid Doug.
Tahoes, Explorers. Well, that's it actually. You could for sure. Yep. MTG raid.
There we go.
Oh,
I don't know
who was it?
MTG is.
Who was it earlier?
I don't know who MTG is.
Who was it earlier
let
asking
me know what vehicle y'all want
about the judge?
There's also a link.
He's in the room right now. It's Specific Pig.
Yeah, Pig was the
okay, I
judge.
got you. Yeah.
Jim Callahan.
Jim
Okay,
Callahan.
gotcha.
He's so funny too. He went out in my video regarding me interjecting the courtroom. After they took me out and threw me in the back of a cop car, Mark and Pig went out to me and he was like, "Why did you turn my courtroom into a playground?" and then like Mark was like, "I'm not gonna let this guy make a mockery in this judge's court. Give him the $10,000 fine." And I had to pay $10,000 for doing that. By the way.
Have you had to hold anybody in contempt yet?
We'll use that one. He made them.
Yeah,
so we'll use that one.
Yeah, I guess it's just
Oh man.
Wow.
It was worth it though to object that wedding. I object that win right there, Your
It was
Honor.
worth it. I wanted to
all right,
have that
so-
wedding.
So I'm gonna try to do this just for a second, for the sole purpose that I'm in here. And let me see if this actually works.
Let's see it, Mark.
Well, I'm trying to do it on my phone, but actually, never mind.
Watch.
Wait, is Mark going to do a face reveal?
I was going to, but
he's not going to be bald. He's going to have a toupee.
No, I've seen him before. He
I've
looks.
seen him.
He's gonna have very, very long hair.
I don't want to.
That might be too shocking, actually.
I've seen Mark before, and not gonna lie, if you talk to people like over the game or whatever and never see the face, your mind kind of creates an image for the person, right?
Mark
And when I saw Mark, I was like,
yeah, me too.
I have yet to meet like.
Was to you.
I have yet to see what Mark looks like. At all.
All right. I'm gonna try to drop from this because it doesn't want to let me do it on my phone while I'm connected.
you have to be on your phone. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
I get that always wild when you put the voice with the face because they never look like what you picture in your mind.
I don't know. Alex is pretty close. Alex was pretty close for me, but I get it a lot more like.
Yeah, gray hair is throwing me off.
Because like literally, I'll give you an example. I was in Jacob's Logic Gaming's live stream. And I was on my face cam, and it was like the first time I turned on my face cam. And then Doug comment is like, "Who's that 12-year-old?" It was funny, don't get me wrong, but I get it a lot to where it's like you don't sound like you look.
I'm not gonna lie, Aztec, man. When I first heard you, right?
Drum roll, please.
I thought Mark. I just saw Mark come in. I thought Alex was, or not Alex, Jesus, Max. I thought Max was a Caribbean guy. Like I thought you were, like super weird, right?
Oh my God! Hey, it's Mark.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Not even.
He looks just like his me character.
This is pissed all the time too.
Shit.
You know who you remind me a lot of is that you have that. You got the Vin Diesel facial look going on, man. You really do. You look a lot like Vin. I mean, to me, that's who you remind me of.
Look at Mark coming on camera, man. Good to see
Yeah,
you, Mark.
For the
How we
first
doing?
time.
I figured, screw it. I might as well just do it and get it over with.
Right?
Mark Angel's laughing at you.
Doesn't match with the voice. It's just like Max. He won't be in the server tomorrow, so it doesn't matter.
Angel, you're gone.
Nice to meet you.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
That man right there is the one that controls who gets in or out of the server. So you got to.
this is we're being catfish because Sheriff D'Angelo has a big ass mustache. Where the hell is the mustache?
That's a good point.
Ask Deborah. Okay, I've heard a lot of phone calls to Deborah lately.
That's great.
I'm on my phone because my phone is going to die, but I had to do this real quick. I'll be right back again. So.
All right, brother.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so Max, I thought you were a Caribbean dude at first, and then I saw your live stream, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like this is completely different from what I." So yeah, when you hear people, your mind can get a completely different, misconception of what that person actually looks like, and
absolutely,
yeah. So and then when you see the person, you're like, "Oh wow, yeah, I guess their voice does kind of match."
Same with Dean though. I had a completely different image of Dean in my head. Basically,
I thought he was older.
Not a 13-year-old.
I thought he looked older, yeah. And then all of a sudden, I see Dean over there with his face cam, and I was like, "Well, is this Dean's little brother or something like that? What's going on?"
Oh man, I get that so much. It's not even funny. Like, oh man, so like when I talk and like I just have the photo of the bird, like people assume late 20s, right? Or a bird, late 20s, or a bird, and then I turned on my camera, and then Doug put it perfectly. Is like, who's this 12-year-old? One of these days, though, I'm gonna have a beard that goes all the way down to the floor. I hope I'm here when that happens.
Stop shaving it, and it would.
Yeah,
I gotta
Stop
work.
shaving the one hair, and it'll eventually grow.
Hey,
Okay?
first of all, I worked hard for that half a hair, and I would appreciate it if you respected it more.
Well, I know you have a shrine to it, probably, where you have to put a mirror where it says objects appear closer. So,
so here's the thing, Dean. Let's do something. I stopped grooming my beard, okay? I stopped cutting it and grooming it, right, trimming it, right? And you just stopped shaving.
Oh.
You need to take that.
The thing about it is, he's been doing this challenge for the past 13 years.
Again, dispatch, you got more.
Hold on. Damn. Shots are being fired at deep, but we're catching all the shrapnel here. Just relax. Shrapnel flying everywhere.
Hey, could you do me a favor and change your title of your stream to the Dean Roast Fest?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me do that right now for you.
Why doesn't Jess get any hate? She doesn't have a beard.
Well, that would be kind of inconvenient, in my opinion.
Look at her face.
Wow.
Serious?
No, she brings it up all the time.
String Pluto says, if Pig shows his face, I'll post mine in SLRP Discord.
That's Ben.
Dude,
That's
yes.
Benjamin.
Yeah,
Benjamin, let's go.
That's Benjamin.
Oh, okay.
Well, that means Pig has to show his face.
Hey,
It's a lot of pressure.
What if Pig
One
decided
of
to
us.
and when he turned on his face cam, he had on that judge's wig?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a real gavel too.
Center. We owe you a couple of rocket launchers, right? Firework launchers.
I think he's banned.
Please no.
Hey,
Just
hey
no.
Dean, I changed my title for you. It says
He put his house up in flames last night, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was on
man.
that call. He literally lost his house, his car, because he wanted to play with fireworks.
Oh,
You know?
Jesus.
Yeah.
He didn't learn, man. He did
Get
not
in
learn.
contact with certain group.
I always say it: play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right?
Yeah.
right. Exactly. Oh, that's great, man. I'm loving this. I'm loving this episode. I think this episode, as CJ would say, it's litty titty, right? I think you're muted, CJ.
Yep, CJ's muted on Discord.
There
It
you
is
go.
litty titty.
It is litty titty, man.
Litty titty.
Yeah.
I have so many questions, but I'm afraid of the answers. So let's just keep going, okay?
Yes, no,
Translation means
maybe
really
next
bad,
week.
Mac.
You guys need to remember, this is a German guy you're talking to, yeah? This is not my first language, okay?
Calm down.
Max is the only guy who works as a truck driver and then like works for 5 weeks straight, then goes home and plays Euro Truck Simulator. I'm like, dude.
Hey, I love my job, okay?
Listen, if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's right. That is very true.
True.
Strinks, yeah, you got to hit that age limit, brother. He said, I tried to apply for SLRP even when I knew I wasn't really near the age limit, but hey, I tried. You're off by like 3 years, brother. You're off by like 3 years, right?
Who is it? Who is Jeffrey?
Sphinx Solar.
Oh yeah, Sphinx. Yeah. He's off a few years.
Yeah, hashtag it actually stopped my stream on me, man. I had to re-go into my channel there. YouTube's been acting real suspect lately, man. It's just been real shitty lately.
Been kind of janky,
Yeah.
I just got same thing that happened to you, CJ. Just happened to me. I had 48 super chats just come through at once. I thought I won the lottery, man. But
oh yeah, it happened on my Twitch stream, man.
They were from a while ago. So
I had that last weekend when I was streaming. I think I was doing Truckers MP. I had like 4 or 5 alerts of subscriptions. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I remembered those names. I saw them earlier the day that they subscribed to my channel. I was like, oh, something's off.
I mean, hey, stimulus is coming in. They're being generous.
I was live on Twitch the other night when I was doing SLRP, man, and there was like, I know there was like at least 10, 15 notifications that just came in. Like it was a lot that just came in all at once, like super chats, people subscribing, following me on Twitch. I was like, man, what is? And I actually had to like, hey guys, thank you for all the love. And then I was like, oh, it's old stuff. So
I had to turn my alert box. I just had to mute my alert box because it was just the song over and over and over. So I just had to mute my. But Rodriguez, you said you got your stimulus.
Yeah. Actually, I got it on Friday night.
Yeah, I didn't get mine yet, man. But once I do it, I'm going to be paying
for my first one.
For the first one?
It's going to be better this time around though, because you get more when for kids, and me and the wife have 4 girls, so and we have one on the way.
Yeah, you're looking at about $7K.
Yeah, my wife got hers and my daughter's, and then mine went straight to just the IRS, just because I owed them money. So it's like,
oh man, that sucks. Man.
Here's your stimulus, and now it's gone.
Mine is going to be going to an insanely overpriced RTX 3080. That's what mine is going to.
Mine's going to a valve index.
Mine was going to car parts, but it's gone now.
Mine is going to a new. Well, this one I got about a month ago. For the first 3 years that I started YouTube, I did it all on a gaming laptop, an MSI gaming laptop.
That's impressive, by the way. Let me just put out there.
The gaming laptop. Well, man, it doesn't, because when I first got it, the 1060 Ti was hot. Like it was hot out there. When I first got this thing, the 1060 Ti was hot. And I gave around a little over $2,000 for the laptop with warranties and all. This one wasn't even $1,000, but this one runs twice as good as the laptop does.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you gained 18,000 subscribers from YouTubing off of a laptop, which I think is crazy, man. That is just mind blowing. You know what I mean? But
I mean, you do what you can, and you do it with what you got. You work with it, man, and you just deal with it, man. There was a lot of frustrating times when, I kept trying to tell my wife, I was like, look, this laptop is not, and especially the last couple of months before I got this, like, look, this laptop is about to take a crap. Like, it's not going to last me for the next, 10, 15 years. I need something that's going to last me. I found this one on sale, so I grabbed it because it's got better CPU. It's got better RAM. It's got a better graphics card. And I said, you know what? Seen it at Walmart. I grabbed it and got it. And man, it runs videos, it edits, it live streams flawlessly. I rarely have any, even crashes on LSP4. I rarely have them, man, with this new PC. But my plan is to get the 3000 series. I want to get the 3080 or the 3090. So
yeah, man.
I mean, I got the 3060 in my new computer. I got in November. And,
nice.
I'm happy with it. I mean, I got lucky that I got one, right? I mean, it was like one of those Black Friday deals or whatever, right? And I just said, okay, let's screw it. I'm gonna get a new computer because my computer was old too. I mean, I had the GeForce 1060, 1060.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it was solid. I mean, I could run 5M and all that good stuff, but streaming and recording was not possible because with the CPU as well, it got stuttery, laggy, and whatnot. And I said, okay, that's not going to happen. And
my 1070 Ti is it pulls it good, but it's borderline. if it wasn't for the business internet that I got, my streams just for 5M just would not be happening. So
I got Patrick in here. So
for me, I still have 1060 i7 7700K, and for me, it runs fine. But I would kill for 11 gigabytes of VRAM because of the NVIDIA H.264 encoding on OBS and the hardware acceleration on Premiere Pro. I would love 64 gigabytes of RAM and 11 gigabytes of VRAM, and that's just like crazy.
And here I am rocking GeForce 1050 Ti. So
just to pick up on that and pick up on CJ over there. It doesn't matter, in my opinion, at least. It doesn't matter if you got the best video quality or streaming quality, as long as people like your personality on a stream or in a video, like your voice, like your content.
Like
it really doesn't matter to have like the best quality. It's at least my opinion.
Yeah, you could have the best PC that anybody could get, but if your content sucks,
and
right.
True that.
For like videos specifically and streams, for me, it's all about the audio. Like if your audio isn't good, if it's too loud, if it's too quiet, if it's missing, if there's gaps or anything, like if you cut something and you don't put in any kind of transition to smooth it out and you can hear the cut, for me, that's worse than having bad FPS in a video or not good graphics mods or anything like that.
Right. Yeah. You got to have good editing, and definitely good editing makes a huge difference. It really does. I agree, man.
I'm watching the dressing room waiting for Patrick to come in, but he's already in here.
I use Cyberlink Power Director 17 for my editing, which is a pretty pricey editor, but it does what I need it to do. It's very computer friendly, which I like that, because I guess I'm not really dumb when it comes to computer stuff, but I'm not real savvy with it either. You know what I mean? But it's very computer friendly. I like it. I've been using it since I started YouTube. And I actually thought about going to Adobe Premiere Pro, but man,
do it.
It's so expensive. I really want to get Photoshop though. I do want to get that just for my thumbnails alone, just for thumbnails.
Adobe Premiere and Photoshop is the way to go.
Yeah, definitely. I got sucked into the Adobe cloud. Yeah. I'm never leaving because it's just...
yeah.
Especially when you go ahead, dude.
No, you go.
I said, especially for Adobe Premiere, when you like download like plugins for like effects. Oh, dude, you get addicted to editing.
But it's a monthly rate though, right? You do like monthly rate, or could you do it like yearly as well?
You could pay yearly or monthly. I pay like $20, or you could pay the whole year if you wanted to.
Okay, I got you. Now that's is that for Adobe Premiere Pro or
the whole package?
The whole package: Photoshop, Premiere, and
InDesign, Audition, After Effects, Media,
Lightroom, or something like that.
Man, After Effects. I love After Effects.
So my entire chat right now is wanting Patrick to have his webcam on.
One of us.
It still needs to be Patrick or Pig, one of the two. Mark,
I think I would be willing to bet Pig is a pig.
But the thing with Mark is, I mean, he just got like an official face reveal over here for like, I don't know, hundreds of people or whatever. I mean, next step is the YouTube channel, my buddy.
Yeah. You know, when you guys were just having this conversation right now, Charlie Brown, that's exactly what I heard the whole time. Okay, that is exactly what I heard.
He's got too many other obligations outside of, and is outside there for YouTube there.
Yeah, there's no way. There is zero way that I could ever commit the time that you guys do to your guys' channel. That would not exist.
I mean, Mark, look at me. I mean, I'm not that much around anymore with my new job and new work schedule.
Oh yeah,
it works somehow.
Don't get me started. My video content went ever since I went to night shift.
If I didn't put in the work between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. man, I'd have nothing. That's when all of my work is done, is when I get home from my overnight shift and I come home and the house is quiet.
Yeah.
And I come down. Because if I record during the daytime, see, the reason why I put music with my tutorials is because some of the tutorials I do during the day. And I swear to God, I've got a 55-pound 6-year-old who sounds like a fucking elephant up there.
An elephant.
And if there wasn't music playing to my tutorial, you would just hear dope, 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 dope. It just, it's so bad. So I try to do most of my work early mornings, you know.
And that's why I get home from work like around 1:30 in the morning. You know, my wife's asleep, my 1-year-old is asleep in her room. And I can't record because I don't want to wake them up all scared in the middle of the night recording LSPDFR Fire. Get your fucking hands up!
Your wife's jumping up. She's grabbing the gun.
Exactly.
But to see with all your guys' YouTube channels though, too, is like what you were saying earlier, Victor. Is like it all comes down to like your personality for your YouTubes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like if your stuff sucks or if you're new, you know, like it's going to take you a long time. Like I've had my YouTube open for a long time, but I'm just like a hobby, you know, because I'm not, my editing skills, I will fully admit, is kind of crap. I'm still trying to figure out how to work into my editing and like make it a little bit better. Dean, for the longest time, was told that he needed a YouTube long ago, but never, you know, wanted to really get into it. And then we finally got him convinced to get into it, and you know, he's done really well. And then Victor with your LSPDFR, and just, you don't always have to have the schedule. You just got to have the personality, like that little connection, and specific type of stuff that people want to see.
That's one of the benefits of streaming. Is let's say that CJ, for example, works nights and only has 2 hours. He can get on SLRP and schedule it out in advance, and then go on for 2 hours. You know, say hi to his chat, interact with the chat, stuff like that, and then when you end the stream, you're done.
Right.
Like for recording, no. Like I said this in my video I made showing kind of like the editing process, stuff like that. For every 10 minutes of video, I'm probably looking at an hour of editing.
Yeah.
Right.
And that just takes up a lot of additional time.
Yeah, it does.
See, I got to step my editing game up because, I mean, there's people like you, Dean, Maddie does it. I know Benzo, CJ, you know, you guys add these overlays and stuff. And, you know, Benzo, when he gets a call in his LSPDFR, he's got this cool little overlay that pops up. It says what call he has and all. Dude, my editing is strictly just fading from one frame to the next, and that's it. Just fade. Yeah. And you know, I need to step it up a little bit, but I do have a question for Mark and Pig, for that matter.
I'll defer to the judge and plead.
How long before you think you'll have to up the server capacity?
I mean, you know, I think it all depends. I mean, you know, it all depends. It's ready to go if we need to go bigger, for the most part. But I kind of did everything with that as a possibility down the road, so I didn't have to literally start from the ground up again.
Right.
But you know, it all kind of depends. I mean, right now, I mean, we're doing great. You know, I also think there's also sometimes fine lines. When you talk about numbers and you talk about you know, interactions and stuff like that, you start getting to a point where, you know, I know 5M's goal, and you all know that my struggle with 5M is a real thing, to the point that thank goodness that I don't have a developer that lives next to me. But the point is that you know, it's one of those things that they're going for those 1,000-person servers, or you know, those ones that are just you know, no AIs and fill the street with real people. Could you imagine?
Horrible.
You know,
No,
you know,
no
like
way.
that like can you imagine it from just an admin side, from a everything, every aspect, even just I'm gonna go drive down the street. Could you imagine the chaos and anarchy?
Even with the best RP people doing, you could have everybody that's in there could be the best RPers out there. It would still be just havoc, I think.
Right. I mean, you would literally have to put a cop on every corner, a medic on every corner, and you'd almost have to you'd have to string off the map and put civs and restrict civs in certain areas so that you didn't have, you know, the amount of craziness that was, and that's why I really truly honestly don't understand their motive to get to that point. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand that. If anything, start working on just improving the overall game itself. Like have less AI glitches and different things like that. Just improve the overall thing rather than focusing on 1,000 people server. Ooh, like it doesn't make sense to me. The drive and I mean, yeah, sure. If you want 1,000 people playing Call of Duty, that's exactly what you're gonna have in 5M. But outside of that, you're never gonna have a server like something that what we wanted to create. Was the backstories, the realistic interactions, the hold people accountable for not treating it like Fallujah out there. You're never gonna have that kind of a thing with 1,000-person server.
Right.
Right.
And the and
Amen.
don't answer without putting out too much personal information or whatever. The monetary side of 5M, I would imagine it's something that's expensive to keep running on a month-to-month basis.
Yeah.
Do you have like anything in the server where there's like a donation link where people can donate to the server and stuff like that? Because I personally would love to donate to the server if there's something out there that allows it. Hey Tater, how are you?
Yeah, me too, definitely.
Do you guys have something like that?
I'm gonna let Victor handle this one real quick.
Oh, he don't like none of that crap.
Oh, okay.
I learned
respect
that. I learned that back from Gem State.
I mean, the biggest thing for me is, if it ever got to a point where financial hardship happened or something like that, where to keep it up, I might, do something like that. But the point, for all of us when it came to the founders of the community was the the thing is to provide you guys the place, to provide everybody a place to have fun, get together, grow, become friends like we all are now, kind of continue that thing. At the same point, I hate to say it like this, but this also exists too. So for an example would be, so say, I'm just going to pick on Dean because I like picking on Dean. So say Dean donates towards the server. Say he puts, I don't know, I'm just going to throw a value in there, $30 towards the server today. Okay, then tomorrow he breaks every rule possible and then gets kicked. Well, then
Like
now
usual.
you've got that entitlement of the I just gave you money and you're kicking me and da 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 da. Yeah, we would have the whole non-refundable thing and all that kind of stuff, but the extra drama that would cause, because the big thing that with our community, and I think a lot of people all here know it is it's not somebody's right to be here. It's not somebody it's just they're not, oh, you didn't give me a chance or anything. No, we don't have to. I hate to say it like that, but there has to be a line there to maintain the level that we want in the community, and
Right.
to have that thing, you're going to have that conflicts, and that's just more drama than I think it's worth at times.
Believe me, I thought things have changed, and then I tried to buy the motorcycle for the MC because I wanted to start the MC, and Mark went ahead and screamed at me like if he was my dad. He said, "Hell no."
Hey, but you still got the motorcycle though, so it's not like it wasn't like you had a complete shutdown dad moment. It was
like, "Thank you,
you know.
Dad."
I kind of want to praise Mark for a little bit, even though he made fun of me just now. I don't appreciate it, but really, Mark, it's just, and this was kind of going back what I was saying to you earlier, where it's Mark and Pig and Eugene and the founders and the staff members that really kind of make the place shine. But it's really the ownership specifically. I mean, where else are you going to find this in 5M that somebody actively spends their time to this extent to provide for this level of role play for the community, ensure the friendship, stuff like that, and make sure everybody's having a good time in not only in the server, but as a member of the community. And then you go around and like, oh hey, here's some money. You're like, and then they're like, no, we're not trying. That's not the goal here. The goal here is to kind of integration and stuff like that, and really kind of we do appreciate the support. However, the only support that's needed from a membership is to be a member and follow the rules and stuff like that. Really, there's no financial gain that they're pushing for. You know what I mean? It's just quality interaction that they want, and I really appreciate that.
Like I'm super stoked. Like, you know, when I watch your guys' channels and I watch your guys' streams and I see people giving you guys donos or whatever for the content that you guys are providing them, when they're, especially when it's, you know, when it's SLRP type stuff and stuff, you know, that actually that makes me feel good, because this, it's giving you guys this platform to grow and to continue to show people different sides of what you guys bring to your channels. So you know, it's
Picking up on that, Mark, you know how weird it is? At least for me, it was weird. It's still weird to get money from people they just watch you playing a video game. Not just 5M. Also, when I'm doing my truck sim over here, right? And then there's crazy people going, not crazy in a bad way, but crazy people coming up and they donate like 25, 50, even $100 one time at my stream. One guy, one donation, $100, and I was baffled. I was fucking speechless.
Me and CJ got one stream, two guys that were fighting with each other, and we both got up to like $285 each.
It's insane.
In donation, and you don't know how to respond to that. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can say thank you, and whatnot, right? And I said that, like, thank you, like I don't know, 20 times or something like that. But still, I'm baffled with this. Honestly, I'm not, like I always said. Me personally, I don't pursue any goals with this YouTube thing and whatnot, right? I just do this for fun. It's a hobby for me, right? So, so whatever happens. I always say, either way, it works or it doesn't work. I don't care. I don't care having like 2 people watching me, as long as I have somewhat of interaction going on in the live chat next to me on the second screen over here. That's all I can ask for. I mean, those nice conversations I had with people watching my stream. That's all I can ask for.
Yep.
That's the best thing that happened.
And by the way, Mark, I'm still waiting for my W-9. So. Whenever you want to send that out,
Deborah will get out on that real quick for sure.
I noticed your impound lady is Deborah, right?
Yeah, we kind of joke that Deborah's the records. You know,
I gotta remember that. I don't know why I keep saying Dolores.
We got Gomez, the vehicle shop guy, and then we got Deborah from records. So
well, technically Gomez is going to be an actual character, right? With Rogue?
True. Gomez is an actual character. He is in the game occasionally. And that's Rogue Thunder, that's done a lot of our vehicles, all for the sheriff's department, as well as LSPD. You know, and then since then, you know, Pig has gotten into the vehicle dev side, which again, what they do just absolutely baffles me. Like Pig just did his new Marshall cars and stuff, and everything that those guys do, and you know, it's kind of like watching art, like watching somebody paint. You know, like they'll sometimes live stream in some of our you know, meeting areas, and watching them do the things they do, and is pretty impressive. And that just goes just for everything with this whole 5M community. Everybody's got different niches. Everybody's got different things that they do, and you know, it's all kind of cool to watch everything come together, and then to see it out there. It's really cool, from all the way from the people that develop the interiors, to the people that make the cars, to the people that even create the scenes, the civs, to the dispatchers that dispatch them out, to the law enforcement that shows up, to the fire that patches us up after we get shot. I mean, it's everything that all kind of comes together. And you know, I think what the big thing.
He just gave you props, Jess.
Yeah, I did.
Did you not see my dance?
Yeah, she did the dance.
I did.
Yeah.
You know, I think that, you know, with this community, when you know, Pig, Harrison, and myself, and we all kind of got to that point where, like, hey, let's go ahead and try to do something. You know, down the road after everything that happened, it was one of those things that we wanted to, and I'm speaking on for Pig here, and we wanted to, you know, make something that interacted with everybody. You know, I think that, you know, one of the things that you can call it a good or a bad, depends on how you look at it. Our server is not 24 hours. We don't have the server on for somebody to play at 3 in the morning. But at the same point, we gather people together to kind of force that interaction time. We are 150% reliant on dispatch in our community. For those of you that were a part of the Gem State days, you guys would remember those 911 chats or the 911 alerts, and then everybody would kind of, even though they weren't attached, they would somehow meander closer. Like, you know, it was like, oh, look at that cockroach walking across the road. I better go stop it. You know, it was one of those things that you know, and we kind of wanted to again take that step further into realism. So that's why we need dispatch on to have that interaction. And then even down to the report writing for those of you that are Leo, you guys and Fire, you guys know that thanks to our CAD system, the report writing and you know, I've worked on those forms and made them very difficult, but it's difficult to a point that you're adding that realism piece to then further now support what we're now going into the ventures of the court. You know, it's all taking those steps forward. You know, and yeah, you know, there's not been any sort of major advances, I would say, or if you want to call it, to the server from even its inception. I mean, you know, you see some of these the role play communities, you know, out there, and props to them for whatever. Everybody's role play community has their own things, their own niches. You know, you see things that, like, you know, for example, I'll say like No Pixel, you know, they come out with 3.0. They come out all these different numbers. Oh, you know, 1.7, 8.2, you know, all these different versions of their servers, which that's great. But for us, you know, like, I kind of look at it as, if it's not broken, why we got to fix it? Like
Right.
if everybody's having a good time, if everybody's enjoying themselves, that's the whole main purpose of this. This isn't to knock somebody's socks off with the latest and greatest iPhone or whatever be the case, you know, of technology going on. It's, hey, we're here to have fun, and that's the main purpose of that, and take that realism step.
And it's so fun. I mean, that first patrol I did on my own was the most fun I've ever had since I bought my PC, honest to God. So it is pretty cool. Are there any people in the server that are or used to be a real police officer?
Yeah, we have several people that used to do real life law enforcement.
Okay.
And they've acted as consultants at times for things, and I don't really want to dime people out because some people don't like to have that go out. But yeah, there's real life law enforcement, fire, real life dispatch experience in our community. You know, and then when we find those people, it's great because then we kind of have that go-to, I guess you could call it. Like if there's a question or something like that, or hey, what do you think of this, or you know, or even just to hear feedback, like just, you know, for one of those people to be like, oh man, that's spot on, or that's what you guys are doing is right. I mean, that's what we're going for.
That's kind of off your last sentence there, and I actually wanted to say this when they were talking about streaming and donations. Firstly, I wouldn't know what to do with donations either. I'd be like, well, what do you want me to spend this on? You know what I mean? Like, you're trusting me with money. But just regarding what Mark said.
Oh, that's why you always put that donation message when you donate to my stream, like here for a beer or something like that.
Well, I mean, that's more of a joke, but
I know.
But if you want to buy a beer, buy a beer. But yeah, go ahead.
Trust me, I did.
But I was like, this is not for cigarettes. I do not want you to spend this on cigarettes.
Zach Ziegler.
I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot.
What Mark was saying, his last message, just regarding the gratification, connecting it to the YouTube stuff. It really is satisfying when somebody goes into the comments and says like, oh, hey, this looks great, this looks amazing, you know, stuff like that, whatever, and not even strictly about, you know, your work or what you're doing on screen, but the server itself. You know, this looks great, this looks cool, this looks amazing. It's just kind of like that extra, you know, boost, you know, like, hey, I'm a part of this, you know what I mean?
That motivation, like, man, it gives you motivation.
Mark gives us, well, not only, I shouldn't, you know, say just Mark, but Mike, Mark, Pig, and Harrison, and everybody else that's, you know, the founders and the Hiro COC, give us a good server, a good platform with a lot of different things for us as content creators, or anybody that just wants to come in and have fun in general, to do a lot of stuff with. So, like, back in Gem State days, where, you know, with the original people that were in Gem State, you know, unfortunately, there were some downsides, like, you know, Dean, everything was text-based. You know, we didn't have the inventory system. We didn't have the economy, nothing like that. And I've been in servers where, you know, the COC doesn't really listen to their members. They're just about, like, the member count and, like, look at us and all that. And all the time that I've known Pig, Mark, and Harrison, they have always been really good with listening to people. Taking the suggestions, listening to ideas, making sure everything is super optimized. Like I've not had a whole lot of lag issues within the server at all, and you guys keep improving on it. Like you guys keep outdoing yourself, in my opinion. Every time you add something new and something different, it might be something super small that just absolutely makes it really good. Or like Pig with the whole idea. I'm assuming it's Pig. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the whole like court system. I've heard a lot of different communities and stuff. Want to have a court system, but not actually able to. And then for Silver Lining to have a full courthouse, a judge, a bailiff, the Leos, regular civs to come in and actually sue, somebody else, and it go through a whole case process. That's something that you don't see anywhere else. At least I haven't, and it's kind of nice to have small stuff like that. I also know, like there's like the taser scripts, just the vehicles, the different lighting patterns. Again, the inventory system, being able to buy food, like if you legitimately forget to eat and drink, you're gonna pass out wherever you're at, whether it's in your car, walking, and then we gotta come find you, and then there's the CAD. If anybody remembers Bubble CAD or Rocket CAD, they're kind of very beginners, and now we got Snorn CAD. Okay, Snorn CAD is very very great in my opinion. We got all the detailed forms. You guys have the history for all your characters and other civs that you meet, the personalities, and you can see a legitimate record. You can see what agency arrested them. Like it is super detailed and it's nice. And then the people that I think that don't get enough credit for Silver Lining is the dispatchers. Like you don't see them on YouTube or Twitch. I mean, there's a couple here and there that do, but ultimately, if we didn't have dispatch, it, in my opinion, would be a mess. Jeremy, I think at one point put out some numbers on how many calls they take in one night. And Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there one night where Jeremy said they took in over 100 calls in one shift, ranging anything? Yeah, 100 911 calls from civs in a single shift.
Wow! Holy cow!
So those guys in dispatch, they do a lot. I'm a reserve dispatcher. I think some COC in here also does some reserve dispatching, and they get a lot more credit than what they or they should be getting more credit than what they are getting. They're not actually in game.
I think the big thing here is you can go down the list with this community, starting from my fellow founders that do a lot of work, to Patrick, to every one of the supervisory staff that's in here, and to the support teams that are in here and everywhere. Then you have even just the straight up membership that they do a lot of work. I mean, it's um it's actually mind baffling when you really sit there and you really think about the community and how it all kind of comes together. Because if you would have told me, and again I'm speaking for Pig, I'm gonna let him talk soon, I promise. If you would have talked to any of us when we started this community, and you would have said, okay, on March 13th, 2021, we're going to be on a YouTube show, and we're going to be talking about how our community is successful, and how we're having a good time, and the thing, I would have said you're out of your mind. And then the other thing is, for us to quote unquote be called a successful community, some of my COC that have been in here, they've heard me say this before: whether we have 100 members or whether we have 10
Hey,
members,
our boy Ben.
it doesn't matter the end of the day what your player count is in the server, or what your membership total is, as long as the RP is what you've created it for. If we had to restrict, if we had 5 people in the server and we had to restrict to only the streets of Sandy, but we got the same level of RP that we wanted to achieve that we're having today there, that's a win too. I mean, every server has their own goals, and that's, for me, where our server is. But to do it without everybody's help, it's nothing short of amazing. And yeah, and these guys that are in here that are COC, and they'll know that I'm a hard ass, and I demand a lot, and they will get nasty DMs or pings here and there saying what the heck, and all kinds of stuff, hey, whoever, my favorite is when I get personally angry on a scene. I know I have anger issues. But I'll DM somebody and I'll be like, whoever that was that I just interacted with, they better get an ass chewing, and I'll and and all that kind of stuff, and but they put up with it the same, and then the membership puts up with the ass chewing. That's the other thing that's great about it. Everybody's open to the criticism and everything like that. So
Benzo's up in the chat and he says, "What's up, everybody?"
Hello,
Hi,
sir.
What's up, Benzo?
Hey, what's up, Benzo?
Howdy.
So again, just picking up on the server and all the members and whatnot. For me personally, it's interesting to witness the development of people. Like, let's say somebody joins the community and becomes a civ, and then LEO applications open up, and they eventually get into LEO training, and I get the chance to train those people and then witness their development. They learn with every patrol, basically. They get better and better. It feels good, right? I mean, just that teaching aspect, basically, right? See them developing themselves, getting better and better. I know I'm repeating myself with every patrol, basically. Good example. I don't want to call out too many names or whatever, but Luke, you guys know Luke, right? He was an outstanding civ, right? And then he got accepted into LEO, right? And I did the training with Luke, and I gave Luke some ride-alongs, right? And I'm pretty confident that he will be a good deputy with the sheriff's department, and that's just it makes you proud, in my opinion.
Right, definitely. And and you guys have all, my big thing is positions and everything like that. And everybody makes up their own thing. Everybody has their thing that they're really good at, and everybody fits in the puzzle in certain places. And I'm not a big person of a title hungry or title person type of thing. And everybody, that's a real big thing for me is hey, where are they going to help the most, and what can they do the most, and be the best beneficial piece to this puzzle that we're working with this community. And and then you get people that like Max says, that that just come out of the woodwork, and it's just awesome. I mean, like it's just a whole nother ball of wax when you see people that and I'll even take I'll take Patrick. Patrick here, who haven't, Mr. Quiet down there, that's trying to little fly under the radar.
His voice box is broken.
Too bad.
Well,
but he's a good example.
Like I remember, I think it was our first patrol that I walked up to him, and he was on a Dean call, and I immediately heard it was a Dean call, and I went, uh-oh, this poor guy is going to get destroyed, so I better show up. So I showed up, and I remembered, giving him some words of encouragement, basically like, do your damn job. It was one of those things that, and then you look at how he's progressed and the community, and stepped up and accepting the different responsibilities. You guys, we all joke about getting that paycheck or whatever. There's no secret here. Deborah's behind on those paychecks now since August. It's one of those things. We definitely don't do this for the money or whatever, and what everybody does is really amazing.
Yeah.
Is a Dean call a real unit of measurement?
Yes, it is.
Probably.
Really?
Just like a Sean call? Yeah.
That's
thing.
also a fair measurement. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Mr. Ireland. If I see Mr. Ireland wandering around Sandy Shores, and I'm standing in front of the station, Sandy, talking to Dean over there, and talking about monkey circus and whatnot, I just say, I gotta go. Because you see Mr. Island over there wandering towards you, and he is going to ask for morphine or something like that for his three-eyed hamster or something like that. I'm like, not having this tonight.
I feel like it'll be good to share that story, because not a lot of
the
people.
Monkey Circus?
Yeah. So I responded to a call where a man was on top of a billboard, and the civilian there, his name was Key in Ireland, who he does a whole bunch of weird, crazy stuff for roleplay. But anyway,
He
was on top.
Mention that. Sorry to interrupt, but you have to mention that it's not. It's crazy stuff, but not rule breaking stuff. In a good way.
In a good way. Like crazy, crazy, like dynamic, not crazy like stupid. Crazy like this guy's. You never know what he's going to get into next. The character's so well developed. But anyway, the crazy guy, he was on top of the billboard, and I'm sitting up there, my second day on the job, or thereabouts, and I'm just like, crap. And so Max comes over, thank God, he's the sergeant, and like they start yelling at each other. Max gets on the megaphone, get off of the billboard, and then like Patrick's going up there trying to get him down, and then finally they get him down. And
hold on, you have to mention you have like 2 different levels on that billboard, right? There was one upper level, and
they were like going around in circles.
And they were going around in circles, like one going up the ladder, one going down the ladder, and it was.
Is this Mr. Ireland? Mr. Ireland?
Yeah. Imagine like the Benny Hill theme playing in the background while they were chasing each other down. And, yeah, right, exactly. And then they get him down, and then Max finally is like, I hope you packed your swimsuit. You're going in the drunk pool. And he throws him in the back of the car. And then he walks up to me since I'm primary. I'm like, uh-oh. And then he walks up and he said the most golden line I've ever heard in roleplay. He said, Dean.
Can I swear at this? Can I swear here?
Oh, you want to say
it? Like in a reasonable way?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I went up to Dean and was like, Dean, what kind of fucking monkey circus was this?
He was like, I'm not mad at you, but what kind of monkey circus was that?
Right.
And it took me a minute.
Dean, listen, I'm not mad at you, but what kind of fucking monkey circus was this?
and actually, patrol number 4, LEO number 4 on my channel. That's where I recorded and posted it to. But he's like, what kind of monkey circus was that? I had to take a minute to compose myself before answering his question.
Have you ever told the story about your first patrol, your first call?
Yeah, isn't that where you got stabbed? Your first one, you almost got stabbed.
No, so
that was me.
Okay. I pulled this guy over for doing a U-turn where a no U-turn sign was visible. I gave him a written warning. Mind, I told him this is not going on your record. It's just a written warning. This dude's like, well, I have a machete. Now would be a good idea to take it out and start waving it around at him. And that's exactly what he did. And I'm like, crap. And so, like, I draw my gun out the first day on the job, by the way. And then I don't know what to do. So I have my gun on him, and then the other guy's trying to go less lethal. He gets back in the car, hits hits Logic Gaming, and then like just wrecks his car. And then the other guy shoots him. And I'm like, crap. Unless you're going 80. Like 85 and a 50, you're not getting a traffic stop for me, because that scared the crap out of me for doing like traffic stops on little stuff.
Ultimately, I got hit because I was in a bad spot. Because he pulled in. If you're familiar with the kind of the Grove area, it was off of Form. It was on the Form. So like you got Form that comes up and there's like this tripod thing, and then there's an alleyway that comes up in the middle. He was in the alleyway and then pulled into a car park, which for me is a kind of a dumb. Like, why would you pull in an alley and then pull into an actual parking spot? That was kind of dumb. But he backed up, and Christian and Dean were up against the buildings. I had come in right as he said line of fire is eastbound, because Max, you actually came in from the east and said, oh shit.
I was in fucking crossfire, and I was ducking in that entrance to the apartment complex, basically.
And when you did that, I had stepped out of my car, so I'd actually stepped into the alleyway at the time he started to drive. So he was booking it right towards me. I couldn't get my gun out quick enough. Dean was going, I think you said less, or maybe you hit your weapon.
I froze.
Christian opened fire right into the car.
I had lethal, but I froze.
But yeah, that was, I mean, it's lickety split on how these civs do stuff, and that's why I like the 5M role plays, because, I'm not one to get into LSPDFR. I tried it. It's just not my thing. But it seems like it's very scripted. With 5M roleplay, you're speaking to an actual person. You're not going to have the quote-unquote routine stuff. You're just going to, talk to them. You think it's going to go good, and then at any point in time, they could dynamically change the whole thing just by what they say or how they act or what they do. And I think
it's never the same. It's never the same. With LSPDFR, for example, you get like similar calls, like maybe at different locations with different AIs, right? Different AI models, but with 5M, with roleplay communities, usually you never get the same call in the same location twice. right? And like you said, Jacob, the whole situation can change in a split second, basically. You can talk to the guy in the car, like totally casually, like, hey, like Dean did over there. Hey, here's a written warning. It's not gonna be on your record, and just don't do a U-turn where a sign is posted, no U-turn, right? And all of a sudden, that guy goes out and had a machete in his hand.
Right.
Right.
We got Mr. Ireland in the chat right now, by the way.
Oh, Mr. Ireland is here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he
Now-
finally get a
Alright.
3-eye hamster?
How many beers you sniffed, Mr. Ireland?
I do want to say, first
that
off,
was
Zach
before I joined.
Siegler says Max is amazing. He keeps saying Max is amazing. So I told him I would relay that information. But I joined Benzo's stream, was it last night or a couple of nights ago? And I might have joined at the wrong time. It's where there was a sheriff SUV sitting in the water. And you're all sitting there arguing about whose SUV it was in the water. And then all of a sudden, all 38 of you went on this high-speed chase all the way out to the city. It was hilarious, man.
Dog,
Yes.
I seen that from the city standpoint. I talked to you about that, Mark. That scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, so I was driving. We were looking for, I think it was, I believe it was Benzo and another unit had called like shots in the area of Sandy, and I kind of meandered that way because I, for some reason, have a magnet effect, which I really don't like. And so I'm like, all right, I'll just drive around Marina here, and then I see this white Tahoe sitting in the Alamo Sea, and I
How
go,
did it get there? That's the part I did not see.
so apparently there was some desync type of thing. It was a fire Tahoe actually.
Not mine.
Not yours. Not yours,
Not
right?
mine.
So the moment I saw it was an older Tahoe, that's why I called into dispatch. I was like, "Can you call the fire department and see if they're missing a Tahoe? Because I found one." And so then every unit that was driving in that vicinity looking for these shots fired all kind of would see, we all kind of clustered there, and more people were. It was more now just a spectacle of watching the Tahoe, the fire Tahoe, slowly sink into the Alamo Sea, and then we were talking about how it's going to be a restoration period of the coral reef, or whatever. And then Benzo was talking about how the chemicals from the car, and then we were talking about how that actually might help the Alamo Sea, and then anyways, so
and PETA was brought up, right?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it was one of the 211 robbery alarms went off, and it was one of those moments where we kind of all were sitting there, and it was just one of those kind of like Transformers moment or Power Ranger moment where I just like, all right, supervisors unite, and then we all just, and then it was more the comic relief of me doing the call. Yeah. It was me doing that call to dispatch of control 1 King 21, show myself 2 Lincoln Ford 2, 7 Frank 81, Ocean 19. I just name all these units also en route,
Yeah, it was hilarious, man. Benzo says, desync. That's what it was.
Fire always blames desync. I don't know what's going on, Jess.
But have you noticed that it's always a certain captain that says that?
Dun, 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 dun.
I actually rolled up on a fire SUV the other night, and I drove by it first, and I saw it sitting there, and I thought, I saw it sitting there, and nobody was in it, but I just kept going. I said, well, maybe they're doing some investigation, because it was right near where that fire was, Mark, right there on East Joshua. And I went back by it like 15, 20 minutes later, and it was still sitting there. So that's when I called into dispatch, and they told me to go ahead and they said they were going to get county out to grab it and pick it up.
I get scared when I see like fire vehicles somewhere, because usually that means there's going to be somebody half naked somewhere around. So for some reason, like Jacob has this curse now too. Like once you're a part of the fire department, you just want to start taking your clothes off. Like I don't really understand what's going on up there.
It's the fire department. They have too many downtime between calls, and they get bored, and they try to experiment with. Let's not go down that way.
Yeah.
Listen, Linda. I only took my clothes off once, and that when I was still captain of FD. I have not done it.
I still have the clip of that too.
I know.
Kinky.
No. We want to talk about that. Let's talk about Mark and his fuzzy handcuffs.
And we're back to this conversation.
Oh,
Is there a way that I can mute people in this?
Less
I
than
have to mod
24
chat
hours,
do
we're
that?
back.
Oh damn.
But I'm gonna digress, but going back to just the two of us.
Oops. Oh, don't even get me started with that though.
Alex,
So
I'm
we're
not
gonna
gonna
get-
look at your white hair the same anymore,
The
man.
song
I'm
came
just
on, are you
not.
gonna know the monitor? I'm like,
The facade is over.
I got the opportunity one day to go to the fire station to do a review or write a report for them
Review.
as the Los Angeles County Times member. It was crazy. They were burning beans. They were running around the building. They were jumping off of ladders. I was like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Jesus.
I'll tell you. Oh, go ahead, Mark. No, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say with his call where he attached everybody, kind of as like he said as a joke, it was just kind of comical. In the city, hearing all of them running full code 3 and then seeing them fly by at like 90, like shocked the hell out of me because it was myself, Maurice, and Christian. We all went to Tim Hortons by MRPD just to have like a little like quick coffee type deal. And Christian got called out, and then Maurice just started rolling down there, figuring they're going to need another additional unit. And then I started to roll down that way with Maurice. And then I see all these lights, so I stop, because I'm not going to get hit by another Leo. I watch 4 Tahoes come hauling ass through the city. Lights, sirens, and everything, just gone. And then I proceed to the next intersection, and then I see him again, so I turn around and go the other way because I don't want to be involved now. They got enough units over there. And then I see Pig just kind of rolling up through the intersection, looking like he's lost. Way over there.
Pig is good at that. Pig is good at that. I mean, remember when I went Civ with that Ivan Stroganoff character?
Professional driver.
The professional driver thing?
Ran halfway through the city with me.
Yeah.
From
And
Simeon's.
I think that's something else. But Mr. Ivanov, Mr. Stroganoff, Ivan, he got into some trouble in the city, and eventually he poked somebody with a sharp object. Anyways,
oh yep, that's what I'm referring to.
And I had a character set up with an address and whatever. I put in the cap that he's staying at the Bayview Lodge Motel in Paleto Bay. And eventually there was a bolo or warrant out for that character, and I got back to that address in my motel room basically. And I was sitting outside at the front door basically, and I saw a gray SUV just slowly pulling up and hit the brakes, basically stood there for a second and reversed a little bit, right? And I was like, okay, they found me.
That was funny because in the city you got caught by 100% accident, and the circumstances how it happened at Simeon's, because there was a bolo out for your person, and then there was also a bolo out for the red SUV that you're driving at the time. The one that got reported.
Yeah, but that was another scenario with another character.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was not with Ivan. Ivan was doing professional driver. I do Uber, I do DoorDash. I do all this stuff. I am Ivan Stroganoff, professional driver.
Is that the one where we stabbed the guy down by the airport at the customs?
Yeah. Right.
Okay, yep, that one.
That was the other. That was basically like a turf war between Uber driver and the taxi driver.
Yeah, I was
They lured me there to give me a beat up basically, and ended up with some extra holes to their body.
Oh, ouch.
Aerodynamics.
Somewhere a firefighter just got excited.
Oh,
A
you
call!
know it.
Yay!
Oh, you know it. And Jacob's here too. You see him smiling.
Because of what's on my phone, not. Oh, shut up.
Hey, what's up, Ice Wizard? How you doing, man?
So I think all you guys kind of know that I value opinions and stuff. So having you guys all here, this is actually kind of something cool. I kind of wanted to try this. What I'd like is you guys to tell us something that you guys like, but you don't like about the server. I want the negative too. Like I'm not about just hearing fluffy Powerpuff Band-Aids or Hello Kitty Band-Aid type things.
Let me get my list.
I said one thing. One.
Hold on.
I'll go first. I vote to be at the front of the line for this.
Okay, here we go. Let's see.
I got my.
You screwed up, Mark. You screwed up.
I vote to be at the front. Could I take it?
This is what I deal with in the COC.
What? I couldn't hear. What?
My
Oh,
favorite
my goodness.
thing. I think you're asking for like favorite, least favorite, right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
Okay.
I want to hear the good and the bad. Like that's
My favorite thing, just overall, and we've talked about it a bunch tonight, so I won't elaborate too much, is just the overall community presence and especially the emphasis that we put on quantity over quality when it comes to specifically the role play and the membership. My least favorite thing, and I'm just saying this as somebody who helps part of the team here that helps out in Silver Lining. It's a lot of work, and it's like Jess and I were in a voice call yesterday where we were talking about it.
Rodriguez.
Just everything from training to interviews, getting people in, really kind of keeping the place stable.
Taking notes over there.
He's gonna use it against me. Just really keeping it stable and the interaction to the point where we feel it's sufficient is just kind of difficult. If you don't put a cap on it, you'll let this basically become your job. Now, I'm not saying it would be a bad job to have, but pretty much what I'm saying is it definitely feels like a job sometimes. That would be my least favorite thing.
all right. Well, I mean, it's accurate. I mean, it does. I can't discredit that. What are some other people think, Scott?
I don't think I've been in long enough to know a least favorite and most favorite. I mean, I like how the FPIUs are used for new guys because I'm a huge FPIU fan. I did hear through the grapevine that there may or may not be a I just read Benzo's comment. Sorry. He said a 3090 for a steel, Jeffrey, 3850, 3,850, right? You ain't too far off. But there's a newer model coming out, right? So I don't know. I mean, I'm digging it so far. I everything is good to me right now because I'm new. So I haven't seen any bad things. So I'm going to be that typical ass kisser who just started the LEO,
So no, with that,
I like the point, like the typical ass licker.
Yeah. With that point, what criticism do you have of the Leo training? Give me
So
something
far,
that was bad.
Steve doesn't want to work.
That lazy.
Oh man. With the training,
yeah, criticize something on the Leo training. What could we do better on the Leo training?
I think have it a little longer.
Okay.
I think having it a little longer. I mean, I'm not saying that the folks that I rode along with, actually, I know I rode along with Patrick, right? I rode along with Patrick, and did I ride along with you? Not since? No.
I can't see shit.
I rode with you for a little bit.
Yes. I did ride with Alex too.
Victor, add that Patrick and Alex suck at FTO. Can you?
No, they were great
wait,
at
never mind.
FTO.
I already beat you to the punch. I already jotted it down.
I'm just remembering. Sorry.
But I it was and I asked if I could do another ride along just because I wanted to make sure, I have everything down. But I don't know. I think mandatory 3 patrols would be a pretty good start, or a certain amount of hours, of FTO training. But if there's somebody that's more advanced and they come in, and Alex or Patrick, they're like, no, this person's great. Like they played for 4 hours and they're from another server. They're awesome. Yeah, I mean, use your discretion,
Right,
but
right.
I that would be my only concern.
No,
And again, I
that's-
haven't been in there long enough.
But that's valid. That's good.
Patrick sucks at FTO.
Okay,
No, that was good. That was it. That was it.
Yep. That was also Alex, but
no, Patrick.
Oh,
No,
shit.
Patrick. No,
Patrick?
Patrick. We got it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Alex. Got it.
Dang.
All right, let's hear some more.
All right, so I guess for me,
Oh
my
shit, here
favorite
comes
thing.
FT. Hold on.
Yeah, you're gonna need to type this one. This one won't. You're gonna get writer's cramp.
You're gonna need a bigger notebook.
Negative things towards
Here we go.
See, my chat already knows what I'm gonna say. So favorite thing, of course,
negative
is
things towards
the
me,
fire
please.
department. Because this is my first whitelisted server, like ever. So fire department is definitely the best thing. Least favorite thing, my chat already knows what I'm gonna say. The lack of calls for fire, which is again, it's some days it's like
I can go set some things ablaze.
CJ, I was just gonna say, CJ, you and Cookies, are you listening to this right now?
I can
Oh
set
yeah,
some
we
things on
can
fire
do a
if I
few
need to,
things.
I
Yeah,
can definitely do it.
Yeah.
There's some days where it's
the
like
the thing is with fire calls. Sorry to interrupt, but I gave you guys one call back in the days. I said I got bit by a raccoon. I heard something rumbling around in a trash container, and I went over to investigate. Never happened. It totally pulled it out, right? Just to give you guys something, right? Because I witnessed, okay, fire has not much to do tonight, so I just give them something, right? And I jumped in there and say, okay, I'm gonna be the guy that got bit by a raccoon because he investigates some weird noises, right? Guess what? I got no appreciation for that. I just got shit over and over again. Huh, that's the guy who got bit by a raccoon. Huh? Don't get bit by a raccoon, Max, next time. Huh? So I'm over that, okay? So
You know what, Max?
I
You
got
know
it.
What, Max?
FD makes fun of
Don't
you.
worry about it because I gave them a call if I shot myself with a taser and I got nothing but flack from it.
Yeah,
Dude,
and I was just trying to be nice.
Man, mine from that was I burnt my chicken nuggets. I got a shit ton from that. She's like, you made me almost bust down your door for chicken nuggets. I'm like, yes, sir. I sure did.
I want to thank you guys for not giving me flack for throwing myself through my front windshield on my first patrol by myself. So
yeah, well, you learned that lesson the hard way. Wear your seatbelt, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Apparently, I don't kill enough firefighters on my fire calls. So that just means that they need to die some more often. But it's okay.
Hey.
I'm noting it.
That was a good one you did the other day, though. That was impressive, man.
Which one? The one in Grapeseed?
Yeah.
He had the one at Seaview and Joshua.
Yeah, Seaview and Joshua. I turned the corner and I mean it's just this big plume of smoke and these big flames and I'm like, how has this not been called? Was this just started? You know, I'm thinking like there's nobody around, you know. So
do I really have to call this out? Shit, I gotta have to do traffic control for this fucking fire.
Yeah.
Shit.
I may have to do what Benzo did too. Benzo changed his call sign for his LSPDFR videos to his SLRP call sign because every time I want to call into dispatch on SLRP, I almost say 1 Adam 6. It always almost comes out as 1 Adam 6. So I might have to make that change like he did just so I can start, you know, differentiate the two.
I did that too, and the reason why is because I played LSPDFR after 5M. You know, so I'm like, crap, I need a call sign. You know, might as well use mine.
Yeah, right.
I use 2 different call signs because in LSPDFR I love the whole police officer thing. I love doing it. You know what I mean? But I go by 1 Adam 7. But then when I have another file that I play on as a firefighter /EMS, which I absolutely love. I would much rather do firefighter EMS than police officer. Just in my opinion, like that's just what I love doing. As a police officer, I'm 1 Adam 7.
Well, fire department's hiring. All right.
Yeah, come to the fire.
Are they really? Are
As
they?
a-
Like
as
how
a
often do they?
We're always hiring.
Applications are open, yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
guys hiring?
Yeah, as a police officer, I'm 1 Adam 7.
I put that fire out one.
How
How is your benefits?
Harold,
I need a lot of
insurance, I heard.
So last night, Benzo's saying that he let the murder kitty attack him just so I could touch his leg. I don't know.
Is that what he said?
He's saying he came into my chat. It's like, hey, Jess, I let a murder kitty attack me. Is that not enough for you, lady?
I had a murder kitty attack me once, man. That sucked. Because I was setting it up too.
To me, never.
Like I put my car up on the berm, and I was gonna be like, "Oh man, look at this car stuck in the snow," and then the murder kitty was like, "Oh my gosh!"
What did the murder kitty do?
Kicked my ass.
No. What sound did it?
I'm not gonna do it again, Max.
Can
You
repeat that
just
one more time?
replay one of the streams.
Just
I'm not
one
gonna
more
do it
time.
again.
All right, we're clipping that and then replaying that a bunch of different
said it
times as a
right.
soundbite for the stream decks.
It sounded
Exactly.
like it sounded like Simba when he was trying to learn how to roar.
I'm gonna grab that from the soundbite. I'm gonna grab that.
Doug's got some good sounds clipped for the stream deck.
Wait,
Yes,
Mark
I want to do some of those too myself.
Mark has the sound of Doug saying "fuck me running."
Oh, this
It's one of my favorite ones.
Max, you got it.
Fuck me running.
Yeah,
there it is. Yes.
I got it handy on my first page on the stream deck, always here.
Now, see, I didn't play it because I'm smart. Now Max owes like Doug like $8,000 in royalties. So
Yeah.
Max, I'm gonna write that down. Max.
What now?
Max owes.
I do think
Victor,
CJ, I do
stop,
think you would.
dude.
I think CJ, I think you would make a good firefighter, and I think you would do some great fire RPing in the server there, man. That
I
might
would
be
love
something.
to. I would love to do fire EMS. I'm totally down for that.
Come on over.
I mean,
yeah, I'll do.
if
I mean, I'm down for it.
If you get any calls,
Yeah, talk with your COC, and your COC talks with my COC. You know,
Well, his COC is right there.
I know. And then fire.
You can't do
mean,
toe.
I mean, talking about all that
Kiss toe goodbye.
firefighter stuff here, and bringing CJ over. I mean, he would definitely do a good job over there, I think. But the thing is, we doing good with firefighter. If you look at other communities, and they don't have like as much as fire personnel available during patrol times as we do. I mean, I love seeing like having a MVA or fire scene going on, and we have like 2 engines pulling up, a ladder truck pulling up, 2 ambulances, a brush truck, or a battalion chief, right? Having like 10 firefighters running around that scene. That's just amazing.
Well, just
I don't think
alone last night's scene where that shooting where there was 3 subjects down. It was CJ and then other people and Doug and that was an absolute, that looked out of, like, you could not script that like any better than really
That was a
we
legit
don't
scene.
script
It was.
honestly,
Yeah.
county fire. That's such a thing in other servers. Like from my experience, other communities I've been in, county fire is everywhere. Here, it's like completely phased out. Hell, county tow's almost completely phased out at this point.
That
It's active tow, active fire all the time.
That pursuit that Mark was talking about, that's when me and Dean were with the MC at that at the Marshall's house. And it sounded so realistic and so badass. We were right there talking, you know, we heard sirens and then we heard 2 units just speed down Marina Drive, and we're like, what's going on? And like we like just poke our heads and all we hear is bah, bah,
Bam,
bah, bah,
bam,
bah.
bam.
We're like, oh, run! We just ran into the bar. We're like, we got no weapons. They're shooting.
I
We're
knew,
like,
I knew that I knew that MC club was a bunch of sissies.
I can't wait to get in contact with those MC guys. I mean, I wish I could I wish I would have been. Well, hold on, it's late for me.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're nice right now. We made a promise. We're nice right now.
I mean, it doesn't matter for me. Just the experience, like having like an organized biker gang, crew, motorcycle club, whatever you want to call it. I'm looking forward to that, to witness more stuff of you guys.
Well, yeah,
we just got to get rid of those other guys now.
Yeah. The little guys
Ethan's already done the clip.
Did he really?
I have the sound clip already.
Ethan?
Attaboy, Ethan.
Ethan, attaboy,
Ethan.
I
thought we were
Yeah,
buds.
dispatch MVP. Let's go.
Damn.
Max, you're talking about the organized MC and all that, and like in a lot of other servers too. You know, it's just groups of friends, but you know, Victor and Dean and with everybody else that's involved in it, it's legitimate to see them, you know, riding side by side. You know, 2 deep, 4 deep, 6 deep, whatever, you know, the case may be. And I actually had my first interaction with them last night at Tequila Laws for just a public disturbance. And I'm not gonna lie, I walked in there, Stupid me walked in there without my additional, and I see 5 guys and 2 other people, and then I already see a couple guns. I'm like, well, I'm screwed if this goes south.
He
Like,
walked. he walked into a bar full of MC, like just you're about to die in here.
Well,
and I was
you guys would have had the music like would cut like the like the record cut and then it's just the spotlight goes on the cop.
Yeah, I walked in there and it's what would have been better?
Yeah, cut that at 11 seconds, all right? So I don't lose monetization.
I got you, bro. I got you.
What would have been better? What would have been better is if I would have walked in the door and it would have been at this moment he knew he fucked up. Because I looked at all the people there and I was like, "Yep, this is gonna go bad."
What would have been funny
just
for
from
me?
Just from hearing that, Jacob, I think your level of self confidence just dropped like below zero, right? I mean, you walk in there. All right, people, let's see. Oh shit!
What would have been funny for me?
The city health clerk just died hearing this because they're already like they're borderline like right now they've lost the PPO, they've losing the HMO, they're like just they're going down to just basically they're 1% payout like
I have a very bad track record for LSPD. I might have cost them their health and benefits. Chief don't quite know that yet until he returns and realizes we have no more medical because I like to get shot, ran over by vehicles. I've fallen off a roof.
You're not going to my ambulance,
right?
So I've got a pretty bad track record of ending up in an ambulance.
So Mar, we found out right now that actually CJ was in that blue car that we're looking for. So we're like, holy crap, CJ was gonna get it too. He was saying that he wasn't part of it when they almost Dean off the road, but when we were looking for him, he was already in the car. So it was like everybody was gonna get inside that car. Everybody.
yeah.
What would have been funny for me was when Jacob would have walked in with that little his other buddy he was with.
Oh, the other buddy, yeah.
That was Nick, yeah.
The other guy, and he would have walked in, and then camera would have first been like "Bop Bay," you know that song.
The big thing that I want to just take a quick moment to shout out to those of you the people that are watching all these different streams from the community is and they might have seen my post is I don't think I think there might be a little bit of a misinterpretation sometimes of the court system is file those court cases. Even though we have a bunch going on right now, but file those court cases because and Pig can talk to this about this, but it's something that whether you think you're guilty or not, if you want to try to fight it. DA Maple over here, I don't know if he could patch in, but he can. He's ready to defend the state. So
serving the state with every Tim Hortons gift card at a time.
Expanding on that, if for the civilians who are watching, or for the guys who are going civilian in the reserve, if a cop pulls you over, and for example, what happened to me last night, some guy smacks me over the head for no reason. If you want to say I'm going to sue you, you can sue them. That is a thing that we're planning, that we're actively doing. You can hire a lawyer and sue them, or have one appointed to you, or whichever. And if you're interested in like lawyer RP, shoot your shot.
Man,
DMCOC.
That'd be cool to do some lawyer RP.
I would
Yeah,
love
right?
to go to court and then have somebody trying to fight a traffic ticket or something like that.
Are courts only on Fridays?
Pig, you want to talk about the court?
Come on, Pig.
Courts
There
are
he
just
is.
essentially when we have time, or not time. Well, when things have built up to a point where we're like, all right, this week we need a court date to just clear this out and move on to the next.
All right.
I want to see somebody fight Doug on a traffic ticket.
The thing I think a lot of people get confused about is the court is there for RP purposes. Like, hey, you want to go sue your buddy because you had a fake dispute on the server and your neighbor built onto your property line and you want to go sue him for it? Go for it. But at the same time, hey, you think you actually got a wrongful traffic ticket or a wrongful arrest? Go for it. Fight it. You might get it removed.
All right,
yeah, that's a good point. We should start doing that more often, to be honest about it. Yeah.
And for you guys,
sorry, I was gonna say, like CJ, you could play the family of that character that died and trying to go after a wrongful death suit. for an example.
Yeah,
that's a good
that's a good idea.
Like,
now,
I mean,
now,
that's
will he actually get paid for that if he won?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, I have no problem with now. I mean, to reasonable amounts. Like if you sue and you know for $8 million and you somehow win, your payout might be $8,000 in the server. But my point would be is yeah. I mean that's something totally within the realm.
When is this court date?
Okay.
Really,
I'm doing this, man. I'm doing it.
my
I'll be
point I
John
wanted to bring
Dad
up.
or something. You know what I'm saying?
That would be amazing, though, man. Seriously.
Be John Senior.
With the fire department, we're gonna be starting to get our medical reports a little bit more detailed. That way, you guys can use those in court.
Nice.
Expanding the role play. Like I'll give you an example. There's this absolutely amazing civilian in the server. His name is Brian, and he's a godsend. He really is. But anyway,
He was my fiance.
him and he was her fiance.
Is it official now?
He's also a
that went
pilot,
through?
and that I'm just saying, good things come from aviation. Just throwing it out there.
But
anyways, go ahead, continue.
So him and I did this, and Jacob was on the scene too. We did this fake dispute where he used my credit card for $29 to order pizza. When I said I don't like that kind of pizza, and it was a big disturbance. LSPD was kind of pissed off they got called out for a pizza, but you know that doesn't really matter. If civilians want to go into the server and create that kind of scenario, make a report out of it, have the cops show up and make a report out of it, and then take it to court. That's just extra role play right there. That's free real estate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I told you, I said, if you really want to continue with it, I said take it to civil court, and you know if you're really worried about it, if you don't think he's going to give it to you, sue him. You know, like, I mean, me personally, I $29 for a pizza, whatever. I'm going to let the pizza go. But in the case of that situation, he was pretty pissed that the guy took $29 for a pizza. So I would expect at some point to come up in the court system.
Now, is the welfare money compared to the pay? Is that like an inside joke as far as like real life? How I don't want to get into all that, but
yeah. So I mean, I renamed it that just for the fact that you're unemployed. And we actually made it
unemployed.
we actually made it so that one of the big things when we created our community that we talk about in training is it doesn't matter what job you have in the server. You can have the delivery job, you can have the unemployed job. As a civ, you make the same amount every interval on those checks. Those jobs are mainly designed to earn you money on top of that amount that you come out with. So that's the main purpose for that, because being the kind of the hybrid situation that we are, we don't want to make you have to do a job all the time, right? Like, I mean, because your guys' RP is part of what you guys want to do here. You guys want to have fun with it, but still have some of the benefits.
Yeah, I guess civs spend more money than LEO as well,
right,
on different cars and
exactly.
Tools to use for different RPs. Another thing I wanted to ask is for Cookies. Pretty much the question. Cookies has been too quiet. We got to ask him a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
Cookies, based on the question that Mark asked, as a civ, what's something, not to put you on the spot, but is there something that you wish was different, or what do you like about being a civ? I know you would love to be an LEO. I know that's like something you really want to do, but aside from that.
That's actually a really hard question, because whenever I'm on the server, I don't have an actual pen and paper sitting next to me. I know I've come across a few things, but I can't recall off the top of my head what they were. Yeah, exactly. I don't have one of those right next to me.
Wow.
But
I feel so.
You need to get one. Not just as Civ, but LEO work on the
Yeah,
server.
you're gonna need it.
You need paper.
Like,
You need stuff.
even as a lawyer, and when you're done, I do have something to say about the money cash thing.
But I haven't really been on that much, to be honest with you. I haven't been on that long to really find anything that's could use improvement. So I think it's pretty good for right now.
What about a way to fast travel to the garage to get your personal vehicle? Because it sucks if you it sucks if you exit out and you're not near the garage. And when you join in, the other day, not the other day, but a few weeks back, I joined in and I had to get a new vehicle because I was so far away from the garage. I just bought a new vehicle because no, that was a different time. But I stole a vehicle. That's it. I stole a vehicle to get from where I spawned in to get to the garage.
And write that down, Victor. That's all
yeah,
recorded.
yeah. I think the guy that I had has been, he was killed off. So, but I think that that might be a good thing to add, or some sort of not code, or what I was going to say is the other time, and Mark, you probably remember this. I probably should have watched the red light or looked at my surroundings, but I had gotten on the motorcycle and I had a really cool RP set up and ready to go with my guy who had a warrant. And I don't know if it was anybody in here. It was somebody with an Australian accent that pulled me over. That's you, Dean?
No.
Oh no, it's it.
Oh, well, it was somebody with an Australian accent, and he pulled me over, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Good day, mate.
I was really just trying to get to the garage to get my vehicle registered and everything. I just wanted to change the color before I went into the CAD system. So, I got my hand slapped for breaking character. So, which I won't do again. But, do you guys have something like that? Or if you're caught going from, preparing for your RP, you still have to RP that out, right?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing is, and that's why like we say that if you need time on the side when the server's not so obviously we try to open the server up a little bit before we actually start the RP patrol at times if we can, but otherwise if you need time on the side, reaching out to COC to get that time that on the server type of thing, ahead of time to do what you need to do, because the in theory-ness of that is what we teach is the moment you drive that car off the lot or whatever be the case, it better be registered in the CAD. Otherwise, we're going to declare that stolen, and that's
right.
Because we can't have that. Because then everybody I think would be potentially doing that. Like code 970 or 2319, and you're sitting there and they're trying to figure that out, and here comes the Monsters Inc. people jumping down from the sky in hazmat suits and stuff. It's one of those things. Now that's a good idea about the fast travel thing. Obviously, with any sort of a teleport, you also have to think of the ramifications outside of that. The potential. I hate to say it, but the potential abuse of something like that. So that's some of the temptation to use that when you're trying to do the benefit, I guess you could call it, or whatever you want to call it, of having most of the hidden teleport things is a lot of them bring you into doors that if you don't have the police job or whatever, you can't get out of. So
Right.
when I pull into a parking lot and I see somebody that's trapped inside of my parking lot, they're going to not meet a very nice sheriff. And that's kind of that was the idea behind it. So it becomes that hard place of doing that. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's the implement. It's the pros versus cons of that, and seeing maybe we try something like that is not worth it, and then see if it gets abused and then go from there. But that's not something we can definitely look at.
I was just thinking, so in like regular GTA, you can pull up like in story mode, you can pull up your phone and call a taxi, and the AI will come and you get in the vehicle and set where you want to go. Now that would be something that would be really cool if we could put like maybe something like that in the server.
Now they do have a taxi service from time to time of a civ, right? Who runs a taxi service.
That's the key
I
word.
want to drive a taxi.
It's a civ, right? And they are not available every patrol,
Right.
basically,
Yeah,
right?
that's
And sometimes if they're available, you wait for like literal 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Even with LEOs, when we call a taxi to pick somebody up that is drunk, but he's not drunk enough to go to the emergency room or get into the drunk pool, right? We wait for a taxi. I mean, there is a taxi available. We know that. We have like contact with in-game phone messages or RP chat or whatever, right? But we sit there for like 30 minutes because he has another client already picking up and dropping up and whatnot, and he needs to go there and he needs to obey traffic laws and speed limits, right? It takes some time, yeah. So it's a thin line, in my opinion, to be not breaking character, but go somewhere you need to go to go to and pick up your car from a garage or something like that, right?
That brings me to my next question. Now that I've got Mark in here, I've been wanting to mention this. I talked to Jeffrey about it. It's just an idea. What do you think, Mark, about doing something like in the server, doing like a helicopter tour type thing? I thought about asking you if I could do a helicopter ride, like tour around the city, Los Santos, San Andreas.
Yeah, so that's all totally doable. Once the point there would be you reach VRP civilian. A VRP civilian is when you unlock all the aircraft and helicopter use, and then you follow some of that stuff. You know, so once you get to that rank, which should be any time, you know, that's when all those doors open up. Then we just have some certain rules with the flight, like you can't be below certain altitudes and stuff like that. So that's all within those realms of possibilities. So.
What are you giggling about, Jess?
Sorry, it's my chat. Benzo's in it. We're talking about me fixing his special spot from last night.
I was wondering if he was getting like flashbacks from the kitties over your shoulder, like if you thought the murder cats.
Regarding the taxi, I did bring it up with Mark Cookies. And in fact, when we talk afterwards, I'll kind of have a solution for you then. It'll be a little bit different. But regarding the actual AI place, not only in story mode, but in GTA Online, there's a taxi that you can call, and it's an AI that comes pick you up. Here's the problem. 5M is crazy. So I brought it up to Mark. He told me a little bit about it, and I actually researched a little bit more into this just regarding Now, there is a script that can send an AI to come pick you up. But from what I'm reading about it, you would rather walk. Because the AI causes a whole crap ton of issues in 5M. It's just something that doesn't really port forward over that well, like the idea of an AI driving you around. And one of the main things that I've read about regarding that is desync. You'll see player models flying behind the taxi, like 2 or 3 cars behind as they're driving away. So even though you're sitting in the taxi, the LEO behind you is going to have some dude in his windshield.
Shit, imagine seeing that shit.
So,
damn.
Hi, sir.
If I was already tripping out with the flying fire truck, now imagine that.
Oh, the flying rescue banana? Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Harold, you see that? Am I seeing things?
All right, where's Pig? Pig has to bring out his old man character. So then you guys go.
So he went to Korea.
We should have left you in Korea.
I went to Korea.
And then Mark's very,
God, is that you?
every time I'm driving.
You guys talking about Korea? I had Chinese last night. I didn't like it.
Every time I'll be driving with Harold and cops will pull me over and the lights will reflect, I'm like,
God, is that you? He's finally here for me.
Sir, pull over to the side. God, is that you?
That's funny. God, is that you? Are you here for me? Oh man, how long?
The last time our characters got together as old men, I'm pretty sure Sandy lost a few stop signs.
Stop signs, speed signs,
Dude, you can ask Alex. They're still replacing those 2 speed signs I hit with the tractor.
Yeah,
I saw that.
tractor you
I
stole.
saw that video. Yeah.
Boom, knocked over. How long does Meet the Gamers go on for normally?
Yeah, I think we're.
It's about an hour and 15 minutes over.
It's usually about time for us to wrap it up. Usually around 10:30, but we all been in here chatting and stuff. So,
Yeah, I mean,
we
could
get
go.
the hint
We could
now.
go for hours.
We need to bail now, or what is it now?
No, it's just because Dean wants to go to the hangouts and yeah.
I think we're not done yet. I think we're not done yet. Mark.
Yeah,
Mark
you can blame
asked
me.
everybody to put.
Well,
some
I was
input
just
in, right?
asking.
It's okay. Bingo can wait. Let's go.
I think we missed it, Harold. Not gonna lie though.
I think the big thing though that with this server, like, and I appreciate all the feedback you guys gave, is using that suggestion box.
got it all here.
We've got, go to your COC for those of you that are watching that are in the community, and a lot of the stuff that people are saying here, Cookies with your idea, that was something that me and Dean actually just talked about within last week. And then we can easily tell you, hey, no, this is the situation. And a big thing for us with our server is optimization. So we can have, we don't want to have 18,000 cars in there. We don't want to have tons of different things, because we want to make sure that we keep it user friendly, so that somebody with a lower end computer can still have fun with versus somebody that has the higher end computer at the same time. So but I just want to say again, thank you guys so much for everything that every one of you guys do, as well as every one of the members and everything else like that.
Yeah, I finally get to do it now, right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, everything that you guys all do and contribute is all in your own ways, and that's what makes us special. And that's honestly the best thing. Everybody contributes, and appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. And I appreciate I've said it in my live streams. I appreciate the opportunity to play in this server, man. It's something that I've always wanted to do since I've gotten my PC, and I got a request from Benzo in chat to ask Patrick to break out the Joey from Friends voice.
I was about to ask that as well.
I'm not seeing that microphone go unmuted yet, so.
There
we go.
There he is. I don't know if today will be 100%. I'm a little under the weather, so I don't know if Joey's gonna be doing too good right now.
Okay, all right. Well, there you have it, Benzo. I tried.
Come on,
but
bring the catchphrase out. You can do that.
What is this catchphrase? Why am I drawing a blank on this?
A catchphrase?
Yeah, the Joey catchphrase. Hey, how you doing?
Oh yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
There you go. Well, that deserves an applause right there.
Forget about it.
But I did. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. It started. I'm gonna have to change the title of this episode from Nonsense and Logic to everybody. Yeah, roasting, all SLRP. So
before we end, I do have one thing to say to the community members. Mark's gonna cringe.
Uh-oh.
LSPD, count your days.
Oh, yeah. I need to write that shit down.
Hey, Jacob, how you doing over there?
Well, I would train that LSSO was the best, right?
I'm just making a list of certain ways that this is gonna happen now.
I'll have the resignation in by morning.
Oh boy.
Come back to fire.
No, sorry. That's already got its own problems. I don't want to go back.
He going dispatch.
We'll go to the dispatch center and hunt you down.
No, Jacob is picking up on his German accent. He's doing some role play with me next time. Sorry, officer, I'm so used to the German Autobahn.
Speed limit, what's that?
Oh my gosh, that was great. Oh man. Well, I'm just gonna close out my stream by saying just Logic, Nonsense, Patrick, Pig, Alex, Max, Rodriguez, Jess, and Mark. I appreciate you all jumping on here and chatting with us for 3 hours, all the time. CJ and Cookies. always good rolling with you guys in the show, and to everybody in chat. Thank you all so much for popping in. I say it all the time, but I really would not be here doing this without you all. So thank you all so very much for joining us for our 33rd episode of Meet the Gamers. 33rd. 37 if you count the 4 episodes that we deleted.
Yeah.
You know, from the beginning.
But those don't count, though.
Yeah, those don't count. So yeah. So thank you all so much, and I will catch you all around. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Righty.
Righty, but Scotty. That was Litty Titty, guys. That was Litty Titty.
That was Litty Titty.
That was great.
Deep inside, you wanna cry. Dealt the wrong hand. You gotta find a way to survive. Deep inside, you wanna cry. Dealt the wrong hand. You gotta find a way to survive. Deep inside, you wanna cry.